Now.
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 Right now.
When?
Now.
That's the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of time. The UFDA shit show, motherfuckers. We're all on quarantine. Y'all better be on quarantine. Quarantine. Yeah. What up, folks? How you doing?
Yeah.
Did it say we went live?
Yeah.
Are we live? I haven't even checked yet.
Did it say we
we
went
even
live? I don't know
alive?
if I got a pop-up.
Yep, it says
it's live.
It's live on YouTube.
All right, good.
It is.
I hope
Yeah,
we're on
Oh,
YouTube.
no.
'cause-
Oh, feedback loop. Stop.
Oh, I
It's
hope
done.
we're on YouTube because
We're on YouTube.
otherwise we're not.
Chris Steele is stealing my magic tricks, and I don't appreciate that, Chris Steele. Oh, he just swallowed the. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh
you
my
just
God.
throw that across the room.
Here, I'll catch it.
Oh, you got,
Damn.
whoa. Zorro, do the sound effects for him at least.
Okay. Well, he has to do something.
Oh, now he's getting shy. Oh. Oh. Fuck, got him.
Amazing.
Yeah, can we start a third channel?
Or magic or sound effects.
Oh, it's in his. Oh, wait, what?
I should go fire up
Oh.
the synthesizer and
chat
start making fucking sounds.
Start making fucking sounds?
Bust that shit out.
Oh, dude.
Bust that shit out. Have to.
That's my fucking sounds.
Got the fucking cord sitting over there.
crying from fucking Rugrats, dude.
Right? Oh shit.
Totally. So what we were just talking about was that
360.
the quad.
Yeah.
There's a quad.
The Max.
Beef jerky
and
quad.
The Max. So here's a quad, right?
Alright.
The quad's like
I
this.
thought it
Like
was beef jerky quad.
these are the front arms, right? The front arm. The Max goes. I have a Max right here.
I heard soft mounting your arms makes it fly better.
That's what she said.
Soft,
All right. So these are
soft
the
mounting
front,
your props, bro.
You just
Soft mounting your
gotta
props.
soft.
so
you just
these are the front arms of the fucking quad. All right, and then the Max is mounted like this, and then the FPV camera is right here.
on
So
the
it's like a
outside.
little and it has like a little cage that you put it in. So I think that's pretty dope.
Ooh, that was nice.
All right,
Who
cool. I'm glad
made, who
we
made
talked
that?
about this.
Who made that frame?
Dan FPV.
Dan FPV. Do you
we got-
pull up a
Maybe got a
somebody
picture.
screen share?
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to see what does this do?
Type
what
Stan
is it?
FPV. I think it's StanFPV.com.
Oh, it's Stan FPVs. Oh, I see
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, stuff for Stan.
Not Joe Stan,
I want to see
Not
the
Joe
effect of
Stan.
this.
the other one.
Hold on, I'm finding it. You fucks. Oh, he's got pretty cool designs.
Right? It's pretty interesting. I like it. You know why? It's cool
Somebody got
because
it?
it makes
Oh,
the
I'm looking.
quad like completely disappear.
Fuck.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
it is.
it's the whole theory is everything's out of the side of the fucking camera lenses, so
It
it's
was a theme, right?
Yeah, it's
Load, you
invisible
son
quad.
of a bitch.
There you go.
Aw.
Boom. I'll get my fucking. I'll
So if
get
you were to
my-
put that, if you were to
There you
mount
go.
that on the sandwich would disappear.
Is there a side shot of this thing?
That's what
It's a
she said.
angle.
It runs the battery straight out the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it would make the back disappear. Just
Yo,
because
take-
like it's pretty chunky.
Take my screen, Enoch.
Like
hold on
does
a
it really
second.
make the whole quad disappear? Like all of
Mm-hmm.
it? All of it?
Mm-hmm.
But how?
Oh,
How?
Oh,
the other Cinnabird.
I feel like
or
if you I feel like
set
if
up
you
for the Insta one too. Or the
I feel
Insta
like if you
car.
pull up sorry,
Go ahead.
I had too much coffee. I feel like if you pulled up with the homies and you pulled out the other quad with the GoPro on it with a red canopy, you'd get straight jumped. Even if the people aren't even like gangster. They would just
here.
But the Max one
There
looks
you
good.
go. Yeah, here's that video.
I want to see him turn around though.
Right there, dude.
No, I mean like flippity flip. I guess
He
you
does a little flop, and there's one point where you can see a little bit of the prop or something.
Huh. And that's a 3-inch.
I think, yeah, I think
Dude,
so.
I have a sick ass 3-inch. That's why I just want to put that on there, dude. I'll just tape it.
Yeah, so he's got the DVR in the bottom right.
Yeah.
But at one point, I think he does a roll or something.
It's kind of like useless. That's the thing. I was flying 360 with my 360, and I've made the mistake before of doing tricks because they don't translate at all. Like,
No, not at all.
and
Nah.
you can even just do the same like movements
In the camera, yeah.
Yeah, in the camera, which is
Yeah.
like, even better. So I just
Yeah,
fly
the
like
way Gravy did that last one, or what? Not last one, but the one before. When he's going under the log and it looks like he flips
right.
over and spins and shit.
Yeah.
That shit looked pretty sick.
Right?
This is pretty
Yeah.
trippy though.
Oh,
It's
look,
Yeah,
cool.
it's
awesome.
pretty trippy.
Sorry.
It's-
Jeff.
I love it.
My creative mind is like running when I see this. Like, this dude's
Totally.
flying around a house. Imagine flying like some creative ass fucking trippy shit with this dude.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if you could decase and cut the fucker in half and put just mount half on one
DK
side.
some max, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
fucking
probably, right?
Mount one on one, like take one of the boards and mount it on one side and mount it on the other
That's
side of the
they've
quad.
done that.
It
So
just
the new Insta R or whatever has, you know, the invisible drone mode, but that goes on a Mavic.
right.
Mhm. Yeah, and they've done that where they put like half the eye on top and the other one on the bottom. What I love about 360 footage is that you can have one file and you
Yeah.
can like cut it any which way. Like you can use the same file over and over. Not that I've ever done it, but just the idea that you can have one
Yeah.
file and make a different like video
Yeah.
out of it is so dope.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of shot possibilities.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Let's speak.
I would
there.
never.
There-
They,
there's
they
his
look
roll.
like a ton of fun.
Let's
I'd
speed
never
ramp
get a
some
video done.
360.
Look, if you go back like 5-10 seconds, you can see him do the roll over the house, and you can see the prop come into view.
Mhm. I just wish it was a little higher
I think it's a
quality.
little bit more than that.
That's one thing that bugs about.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
180 fucking 60 frames. That's weak, dude. They should have came out like at least with.
Dude, when I saw that it was just 30, I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, we could
it's
strap.
60.
Right here. No, not
Oh, no,
in
wait,
360
nah.
mode.
You're right.
You can strap 3 GoPros onto your quad and rebuild it.
Yeah,
We have
but
the
you don't get
technology.
the.
We
can
have the
rebuild it.
Yeah, we should, dude. We should just decase a bunch of old heroes and fucking time
Just
code them
wear 'em.
together.
We'll be
Make
invisible
a-
boys.
Make an
Invisible
X4 hero.
The invisible vlogger. It'd be amazing.
Dude.
He's nowhere. Just strap it to a helmet, dude.
I
Walk
guess you
around.
didn't. I guess you didn't go back far enough.
Oh, son of a
Up.
bitch.
I know. It's
What's
like
the
right
easiest
before.
way? What's the easiest way to process this 360 footage? What do you
There's
have
a-
to run it through first?
Either
all
your
this-
phone or the Premiere Pro.
The phone is the best, dude.
Right
It's
here.
so much faster and intuitive. And at first, I thought taking it through the phone and shooting it back to my computer would degrade it or something, the quality, but it's perfect. And it's just the way that they have the app, like do the like with touch, it works a lot better with like the mouse. It just takes so many like clicks and aiming and then click and aim. Where
Yeah.
on the phone you can like
Oh!
all this kind of shit.
Sorry.
It's dope.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Where'd
Yeah.
Buzzy come from?
Buzzy's
Buzzy's-
ripping, dude. Buzzy's ripping.
I actually take my
Power
my
of the
stuff.
cheetah.
I've been taking my stuff
Ooh.
from my Fusion. I take my 2 cards and I put it into the Insta Studio actually, and I set my keyframes and shots there, and then I export that, and then just throw it in whatever from
Totally.
there. I just try to work on the 360 stuff by itself for a sec, and then if I need to go back, I can. Go
I
back
didn't
and-
like the Insta app because you can't like drag a song and ramp to your shit, dude. You have to like do all your processing first, export it, and then bring it into Premiere. I guess you
Yeah.
can speed ramp it after the fact, but
Yeah.
you know, like it's nice to be able to speed ramp and do your keyframe adjustments.
You can't do that in the GoPro either, unless.
Yeah, you can
can't
do that
set-
in you can do that in Premiere.
That's a
Yeah,
case
Premiere,
for
yeah.
not doing it in your phone for sure. I don't use a
Yeah.
phone. I was using the Premiere stuff for a while, but I'm running I'm running DaVinci these days, and
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't have. Then we don't have the plugins, so I had to find a workaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the GoPro. I think so far it's the best 360 camera, like so far. And I'm also
Oh
the
yeah.
only one here for Final Cut Pro because everybody's on the fucking stupid Adobe's.
Hey, Go away.
The Adobes. Well, you know who's on the Adobes even harder than most people now?
Who?
It's Ian, our friend Primitive.
He's on the
Has-
straighter.
He's
He's on
gotten
the Adobes.
addicted to the Adobes, and
Oh yeah, but
He's
the
totally-
Illustrator.
he doesn't
Totally
even
fine
hang out with us
quarantine.
anymore.
It's
'Cause
just
he has
Adobe in a way.
Illustrator.
Yeah, Illustrator is all he needed as a friend. So, just heads up, folks.
True story.
Your
Dude, Ian has
relationship with
more-
Primitive is over.
He has more talent in his finger, literally, than most people do in their whole bodies.
Yeah,
He creates these fucking amazing illustrations with his finger.
I will bring one up right now. Hold on a second.
And I tried it.
Where's
It's
he
not
at?
easy.
I don't know where
Where
he's
is
at,
he in?
but look at this.
I was even using a stylus.
Nice.
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah, he did that.
He's so good, dude. Oh my
I
god,
know.
he's so
Look at Chad
good.
Miller's face as well.
He did that.
He did do that. Yeah,
What? It
yeah.
looks so real.
I know.
That's amazing.
What else do I have
Legs
that
has got the
I'm
right
trying to get?
idea. He just made a gas mask bong.
Okay.
Gotta have a
okay.
mask anyway. You might as well have a bong attached to it.
Speaking
Mhm.
of that, I brought home some of that eyedropper that I left with Enoch. Dangerous
Eyedropper
stuff.
acid.
No, the eyedropper weed.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Eyedropper
Okay.
couch locker.
Yo,
I know.
you guys, if you run out of paper, or toilet paper, remember you can always do the
The old
Diaper.
school.
Things.
Weird
no
flex,
diaper.
but okay.
We learned that from a little friend over here.
Oh, you can't see him. Your thumbnail's right.
Yeah,
here.
you're.
Oh, what?
The best part, you're hiding the money shot right now.
I know this is straight up the money shot.
Oh, there he is. This is
Look how
Marshall.
cute. That's him trekking around the jungle, the spring jungle here in Grand Junction,
But
Wow.
butt naked with his hair,
he's
keeping
there
him
for-
warm. Some real hair,
That's
Oh, yeah.
Enoch's real
Enoch
hair.
hair.
Enoch has the softest hair.
Aw.
After like I balled it up, well, it was kind of already balled up. I was like, oh my god, it's so soft.
Dude, I'm
Look
so
at-
glad
this
I
is
fucking
primitive
recorded that.
cooking, dude. This is primitive cooking. He's like, he puts lunch meat in the pan, puts bread on it. He's just like, you know what? I like these French toast things. So then he goes into the
This
French
is grandma's
toast
boy shit right
things.
here, dude.
Totally.
Dude, he's all in. He's all
He has
in.
a Tupperware full of yolks that he's eating.
Is this
Yeah,
for him or his kids?
For him.
Yeah, let's be honest.
bro. What kind of like 1960s fucking TV tray is that?
Even if he's feeding his kids, it's for
Straight
him.
fucking asbestos metal.
Also, I've never seen a human transform his hand to a spatula so well.
Yeah, it was
Hella
like.
stiff. Like, eh.
Oh jeez.
He's so talented. Hey, coronavirus.
Yeah. Does anybody know anybody that's got it?
No, thankfully.
Well, that's
Well.
because in America we're not testing folks.
We are,
Like-
dude.
Dude, I think like Colorado is the only place that actually has tests. Cause
I know
Great.
that
Gravy
No,
sent me
we
a,
do-
like a Facebook message from his local doctor's office saying that like there's no tests, but you can call a number and they'll order a test.
so here in Virginia, I know like on both sides of the mountain from me, we have Harrisonburg, and everybody knows what Charlottesville is. Charlottesville has
Dude,
the
isn't
University of Virginia.
Isn't West Virginia the only state with no cases right now?
I think there's.
I'm not
just
sure.
One of them, yeah.
I'm not sure.
It was
about
a
my
weird one.
west-
Like every
western
other
mothers.
every other state beside like West Virginia's got
It's because they're all in the hills.
Because nobody lives there.
it.
But they somebody locally like thought they had it or whatever and went to I guess the Harrisonburg hospital and the local hospital here, and they told them they didn't have any tests, but sent them to the University of Virginia where they actually do have tests.
Hmm.
And as well, even though the Harrisonburg hospital didn't have them, they do plan on getting them in, I guess, within this next week. They've already started setting up tents outside of the hospital to do,
Yeah.
the testing outside in the tents.
Yep.
I mean, how far it goes or how soon they actually get it all up and running, I don't know. But that's the story right now. Here.
It's crazy.
How is your lockdown life over there, folks? Who's in lockdown?
Yeah,
now?
who's Zora's probably in lockdown the hardest with maybe like Chad and you guys.
stay at home. or
Prop
what
Nut
is
said
it?
his aunt had to quarantine in the chat.
Oh damn.
No shit. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, man.
And I went out.
Double A says it should be 2 billion by the end of the week. That's probably not a correct figure.
Chris
2
is a
billion?
here.
I've got the
Well,
cure
listen,
right here. Here's the
We
cure.
are in
Time
a
machine.
pandemic, and it's gonna hit an exponential curve, and it's gonna swamp our hospitals, and
In our
that's a
butts.
serious thing.
And our butts.
In our butts, yeah. Well, the thing is,
Mhm.
like nowadays, like you don't want to break your leg this week.
Right? I was thinking the same
Yeah.
thing. Or I was thinking about like, what if you got a toothache or something, or you broke a tooth and you need to go to the dentist? I guess that would be all right.
Now he's saying 8 billion. That's the
No, I
population
had
of
a
the Earth.
dentist appointment canceled today. They don't want to. They don't want to do that.
They
I think
just send you.
Washington,
Bro,
I think
my-
had the,
my-
the
any-
most.
Yo, my girl's as a dental assistant. They had to go and have a meeting, and basically they're seeing emergencies only. No like cleanings and routine
Yeah, because
weird
it's like,
shit.
okay, somebody with corona is going to be breathing on a dentist.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely not possibly.
I mean, think
okay.
about in that same scenario, that same aspect, but non-dental, like actual medical emergencies that people are
Right.
bound to have, just gonna have all right now anyway. Like those people are just gonna have. Those are the people that are gonna be fucked. Trying
We
to get.
probably
the
got to
care.
retrain all the dentists to do intubation, anyways.
I mean, really, everybody, you carry it for like 2 weeks before you notice anything.
Yeah.
So you can be contagious and be passing it around.
We could all have it
That's
right
co-
now.
That's called
Yeah.
asymptomatic transmission.
Could all be
It's fucking
carriers.
sketchy. I mean, no,
Yeah.
we've gotten 2 weeks out of DC, but the question is, have you gone outside and you touched a door handle of a store?
Of course, everybody has.
Then start counting again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, and it's a paranoia.
Is somebody in
and
your
The countdown.
has somebody in your house left and come back? Start counting
exactly,
again.
yeah, because you are only as strong as your weakest link now. You
You know,
know?
today I went outside. I wanted to go fly, whatever. There's a video. You should check it out. And then I went to the office that I usually am at, and I have a fucking Purell bottle on my desk. So I went and grabbed it real quick. And then we also have a visitor desks, and there's nobody that's assigned to that desk. So I fucking ganked those too. So I had like 3 fucking bottles. I walked out of there, and I felt like I had like a bag of chickens when everybody's like starving. I was like, hello, like looking, the people don't see me fucking carrying 3 Purells. It's
Yo,
fucking
but
nuts.
so the first fucking survival like hunting expedition
Yeah.
has now been done of the apocalypse. Good job, Zorro.
I won't let no virus fucking keep me down. Well,
Yeah.
unless I get it and get sick from it and die.
Yeah.
But
I hope not.
I'm the
Well-
optimist. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna fucking it'll clear up and we'll be good.
I'm
But
okay with dying.
The rest of you guys are all fucking like telling me I'm wrong. So we'll
No,
see.
like
Well,
you should-
I
I've
mean,
always been
Italy,
the-
Italy is kind of like dealing with it right now, and we
Italy
have
got fucked.
Information. from
Italy's
them.
fucked.
you know why?
Italy's
Because
fucked.
But
look,
we're on
Greeks,
that trajectory though.
Greeks and
No, we're
Italians.
not. We're not on the same trajectory for Italy.
It's because of that attitude. Because if you're like, whatever, like Greeks are like that too. They don't give a fuck about anything. No laws, no fucking rules, no nothing. And then the Italians are like that. And then, but you can't just dismiss it. And you walking around with people
I
coughing.
still think you should quarantine and like that's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a real
yeah.
virus. Like I'm not saying it's not a real virus.
No,
It's
you
totally
are.
real. But
No, I know.
everybody is aware at this point, so we're already taking measures to stop the spread, and that's what it takes.
Well, did you see the beaches in Florida?
Nope.
They were covered with people.
Yeah, they were just mad
Yeah.
people out
covered with
sunbathing.
Yeah.
people. So that's
Yeah, what are they
about
gonna
to
do?
be a cluster of sick people, and
Well.
then they're gonna spread it for 2 weeks now. So
Yeah.
they just went to the beach, gave it to each other, and now they're gonna go spread it for 2 weeks where we don't know.
Like
where
I
it
said, I
is.
could be wrong, but I'm feeling it's gonna be fine.
I like the rule alert, not like
Yeah.
panic. You know what I mean?
Alert,
Like,
That's what I mean. Like I've
a-
always tried to be with
Aware, not
everything.
aware. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is
I've always tried
saline
to be,
bad for the virus though? Can you wash with saline? Because that's basically what salt water is. Just putting that out
Yeah.
there. But I don't know.
like Brando. What was the name of that? shit?
Brondo. Yeah,
Brondo.
Brondo.
Brondo, dude.
We watched
It's got
Idiocracy
what
the other
plants
night.
crave.
Yeah, it does.
I think
We're 100
Guys
days
like
behind
Idiocracy
him.
in the
It's
chat?
it's most definitely what plants crave.
Yeah, we're 10 days behind him. Yeah, I was about to say the shit hasn't even been out 100 days.
Mm.
I'd
And
say
it-
there's probably a bigger effect.
There
is
is
not
people in
necessarily
quarantine.
not necessarily the people getting sick, but the people like if like all the schools around here shut down,
Yeah.
you know, and
same here.
for people to find
Same.
like, you know, one parent has to stay home to take
Mhm.
care of the
Yeah.
kids because they can't
Yeah.
find somebody to watch them.
Mhm.
Well,
They're
and
not
a lot of
taking
households,
anymore.
it's like, you know, maybe one or both parents are out of the job right
Well,
now. You know?
Gearhead, you're like any family connected to like any healthcare provider, right? If they got a member of the family working for a healthcare provider, you know, they're gonna have like kids at home.
Yeah, like
'cause
my
there's no
wife,
school.
we can't.
Yeah.
My wife can't miss. She's a nurse and she can't miss anything.
Yeah.
She's pretty into it right now. So
My wife works
I
for
can
Blue Shield,
imagine.
and she works like at corporate. And if you get coronavirus, you get 4 weeks paid leave, and if you take care of someone with corona, you get 3 weeks paid leave. That's pretty dope. And
That's
I think,
cool.
yeah, and it's really good. Like I didn't even think about that because I work from home all the time, and I can do my job from anywhere. But there are homies, especially like people from here and stuff, that like you have to go in. Like if you're a tattoo artist, like in
Yeah.
or anything.
A
Nuts,
fucking,
man.
you know, sound guys, you know?
Yeah,
And you're depending on other people to come out.
magicians.
yeah, we've slowed
Dude,
down a
like
lot of that.
all these like a lot of these festivals that are canceling, like these big, you know, South by Southwest, that's a
Yeah.
huge hit. To not do it one year, that's like gonna
Yeah.
bankrupt some of these companies.
Dude, I
Yeah,
lost easily 70% of my yearly income already, just from the cancellations through the summer, and because they canceled,
Mm.
it started out they were just canceling this month, and then it was just like
Nah,
the
the first,
Slowly
whole
progress,
summer,
yeah,
the whole
exactly.
summer.
this year is fucked for freelancers in the entertainment
Oh, yeah.
industry because all the tours, everybody's normally starting rehearsals or in rehearsals right about now, and so you would spend the end of winter, like February, March, whatever, rehearsing and getting ready for spring tour, and all that shit is a wrap right now. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them even to be start like rehearsals and stuff for. I don't even know if they could do. They
The
might be able to
summer,
do
you
fall.
know?
They might be able to do fall. You know what I mean? But even then, it's hard to say.
Does anybody left? But
Anybody left?
I don't know. It's pretty massive. And I mean, dude, New York's shut down. Like everything's
Uh-huh.
canceled. I know.
Yeah.
While I was talking, Wombat said all his
It's
shit was
serious.
canceled. Everything's canceled. It's like,
Mhm.
Dude, they haven't canceled EDC, but I swear they have to.
Oh, they have to, because the problem is we keep building clusters, and then the clusters they wait and as they spread, and then they pop again, and every time they pop, the hospitals get swarmed
Mhm.
with people needing help, and then eventually we're gonna just not have enough space in the hospitals, and like
I was
in
reading-
Italy, they're picking who lives and dies based on like their age.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was reading some shit where, you know, they took a sample, you know, this is all hypothetical numbers, but they took a sample, you know, out of 20,000 people on average, 10% of them are gonna, within 2 weeks, are gonna have some big event planned that's gonna require them to be in a room with more than 100 people.
Right.
You know, 10% of fucking 20,000, that's like huge, you know, and if that's just what needs to stop. Those little things need to stop, and you know that curve will flatten the curve.
Flatten the
Yeah.
curve. That's why the name of the show
Yeah.
is the UFDA stay the fuck home quarantine show.
Can somebody print like a whole armor, like a knight's armor, but it's 3D printed? And then you can have like a ventilator. We could just
I'm
all
work-
wear them.
I'm
There you
working
go.
on
Perfect.
the-
Look at that.
I'm working on the
Oh, he
gas
already
mask.
has it ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect, dude.
Now,
That's all we
does
need.
that mask, does a medical
to-
face mask fit in it?
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
need to
make
get.
it
It
so
would
you
probably,
can
But
it
you
would
know
probably
what?
cover it. It would
You
cover
know what we
it.
really need to do is get Skadoosh on,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
because
Skadoo.
he's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
he's weeks and weeks ahead of us as
I
far
was
as.
just checking his video. He's out flying in a fuccking freeway. It's
I
dead.
know.
He's just fucking ripping a freeway.
That's what I was
I was like, what the fuck, bro? He's like power looping the signs and
Yeah.
shit.
Hello.
It's pretty insane, actually. I was crying. Could you imagine New York City shut down like that? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know, dude. Go take pictures of this shit.
I know,
You're
bro.
never gonna
I'm
get another
like-
opportunity like this.
I'm waiting, dude. I'll go do it. You know, like I don't live in the biggest town, but I might have to fucking gas mask up and go to one of these cities and just Mad
They
Max it through town.
They'd
Are they
Yeah.
still letting people fly? Have the airlines?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, B-Red said that today that
now.
they were he flew to 3 different cities today.
Dude,
And
so
he
so
said
that
like
whole
20% of the bookings were filled. So basically, airlines are flying on 20% bookings right now. Is basically what he
Good.
was. Is basically what he's
Fuck
seeing.
those guys.
well,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
so that travel ban that Trump put up, that he created this big old scare with, like he's canceling or shutting down Europe. That wasn't fully true. Like if you're an American citizen, you can still get home. A
Mhm.
few other things
Yeah.
you can still get home. Which
Right.
he kind of created panic by fucking saying that.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
like that should have happened like a long time ago. Like
Yeah,
if
but the way
everybody
he
stopped,
should have, the way he fucking like addressed the United States about it was fucking weird.
Because you
dude.
got people out there that are thinking, "Oh my God, my family member is not going to get home."
Dude,
right?
that
so
happened.
everybody-
Who was it? It wasn't Vice, dude. His mom or
His
something.
mom was his mom was
Yeah.
in Paris.
Did
Yeah.
you see what happened in the fucking market when he was like? It was like the message wasn't like a stable message. I know what you're talking about, Chris. And then the market was just like, nope.
Dude, he straight caused all that. Like straight
It's
the fuck
because he
up.
didn't want to like admit it because of the markets. He wanted to kind of write it
He
out.
wanted. I think
Yeah,
he
no,
wanted
I
to
Then it
agree.
create
got
a little.
awkward after a while.
Yeah.
He-
But
But-
the thing is, like, they're gonna do state lockdowns now. They're gonna do stay at homes, like
Stay at
Soros
home.
under.
Fucks.
But I'm not staying at home.
I mean, if you go out, just don't touch stuff.
No, I'm not gonna be around any fucking person. I don't want to
touch
be in.
stuff, Zorro.
Like today, I went everywhere. I wasn't around like within like miles of fucking next. Well, I mean,
How many objects did you walk up upon and decide that you want to put that in your mouth?
Well, no,
Only 4.
Yeah.
Only 4.
See?
probably a lot.
4 too many.
2 or 3.
But dude, this whole thing has shown me how much I touch my face like constantly.
Yeah.
Every time now, I'm like rubbing my
Especially-
face, my nose. I'm
Especially when you got
scratching.
a beard.
Yes, I'm like
Yeah,
constantly-
Vice
dude.
said his mom got home safe and sound. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
But he
You
said
need to
there's
wear-
no airport.
just
Wear one
like-
of these, Zorro.
just
You
like
can't
when
touch your
Zero
face.
airport.
Just like
test.
you said though,
Jesus
Chris,
Yeah.
like
Christ.
when that happened, I remember he was like, "Dude, my mom's stuck." Like that was the
Yeah.
same way. Like that was the message that was sent out. Was
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Is he straight like caused all this fucking craziness for like who's writing this man's speeches? It's wild. dude.
Nobody is. He doesn't
Nobody.
give a fuck. He's doing
Dude,
it.
I don't
And
even
see,
know if
and
there's
that's
a
fucked
written
up.
one.
A president should not write his own speeches. Like
I agree.
he should not be
Yeah.
trusted with that.
Or
Like,
at
you need
least
to
he
have like
should,
a professional fucking writer.
Especially
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
He's
But
awesome.
he's like he's got a writer at one point, and then he's like, no, fuck that. I'm just saying what I want. And he's like, no, you should probably say this, and he's like, you're fired. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're
famous
fired.
line.
I need a damn writer. I'm the best writer. Oh, I can't do fucking.
The
I need to
best.
work on it. Yeah, the best. Everything's the best. Did you see somebody put
Tremendous.
fucking
Tremendous.
oven mitts in the video? And he's like totally like go like this, and he has like oven mitts. Oh man, what a weird time.
I've not seen that.
Stealth FPV said Maryland had 21 cases pop up overnight, like a 54% increase.
Yo, so
in one night.
don't listen to the number of cases
Right.
it says. Don't listen to the percentages, because here's the thing: South Korea is
Well, they're
testing
definitely
like
wrong.
20,000 fucking people a day. All right, just like a week ago, I'll tell you, the NBA almost tested the same amount of people as the CDC. CDC did 75, NBA did like 55. Right?
Shows you where we stand.
Yeah. And so we don't even have the fucking tests. They're distributing the tests. Only Chris Thiel in Colorado can really get the test. But like they have them in short supply everywhere. But like it's not the testing that you need to know to have real statistics right now. Right now it's like we have an invisible fucking virus all around us.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
But that's why
The numbers are definitely not right, but that's
They
just
still
to say
gotta-
at least
they still
that
gotta
it's still
test-
progressing. Like it's not, it's
They
not
usually
stopped, it's
test
still
for
moving.
like the flu and stuff like that first. So you got to go through all those steps
Yeah.
before they even run the test for whatever corona.
Right, like
Well,
that
it's
chick
like
broke
multiple
it down, and she
processes.
said,
Yeah, exactly.
she broke it down and said like after you take flu A, flu B, this, that, blah blah blah. After you take all of those tests, and then test for corona, it's like $1,331 or something. And that's why that was the Katie. I can't remember what her name was, but that
and
was
that's
the chick
that's
that-
the problem when you have a a for-profit healthcare system, and then you have a pandemic that says, you know, I don't give a fuck what your system is. You know what I mean? And then now, if you have everybody, like, if you have everybody out there trying to fucking get a test, but they're scared of the cost, they're not gonna go fucking get a test. You're not gonna know that like a ton of people are fucking
Yo, so
sick.
so what's the death rate right now? Like 2% of infected die or whatever. I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
So say the whole
2 to 5% right now.
Let's just say
depending
two.
on
Okay, I'll just say
where you're
two.
at.
The whole world. Say the whole world was infected. 2% dies. It's 160 million people die.
Big deal. Oh no, wait. Well,
Yeah,
big deal. Yeah,
that
yeah.
is
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
It's a
that's what I was
very,
saying.
very, very big deal.
But
And that's the thing is, if we can,
Black
if we can
Plague
slow that
was
curve,
like Black Plague killed 30% of Europe.
if we flatten the curve, oh, is Skadoosh in the chat? There he is. Yo, I sent you
Yeah.
the fucking link.
Yeah, let's get him in here.
We need to
Send you
do
the
so
link.
bad. Dude,
Yeah.
he's been through it. He knows all the stages. He knows.
I
what
know, dude.
Precautions, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Skadoosh came in handy.
Skadoosh
Big
came in
time.
like a wrecking ball.
Like a virus in a bottle. I don't know. I just remember it.
On Facebook, Skadoosh, I got you on Facebook. Yeah, but
Skadooshy
like
smoke anyway.
we just gotta flatten the curve, and then we won't
Flatten the
have
curve.
the hospitals get overwhelmed, and we'll be able to slow this down long enough for people to come up with some type of
Even if
vaccine.
you do get it, if anybody watching, if you do get it, stay the fuck at home.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
Even
Stay
if
the
you don't
fuck at
get
home.
it, stay the fuck
Yeah,
at home.
Yeah, even if you don't get it.
everybody should act like they already have it.
Yep.
That's the safest way to
Pretend
do
like
it.
pretend like you have it. Exactly.
If
That's
you
really the
pretend you
safest way
have
to do
it, you're not going to be responsible for getting like your aunt
a good
who
way to
has
put it.
asthma sick. You're not going to be like, because it's like people who are at high risk. That's really the problem here, because they're going to have a super high chance of having complications, especially if they need to get into a hospital and they can't.
Totally.
Whereas like maybe healthier people will be able to deal with it better.
Oh snap!
What up,
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh! Help us, Skadoosh!
What's going on, man?
Help
Send-
us, Skadoosh! Help us!
What up?
Send us masks.
What up, buddy? What's up, dude? Tell us
Do you-
what you do. We're scared.
Should we be scared,
You
Skadoosh?
scared?
Should we be?
Don't be scared.
We're not, unless you say we should be.
Don't be
then-
scared.
All right. What have you been doing? Is it getting better over there or what?
And I called this a month ago. I just heard Chris Steele saying something about this too. Like if it's first of all, they're saying only 1% death rate. So like if only like fucking most of the people catch it, that's still just in America alone, that's like 3 million people, right? And it's gonna be like the old people and shit like that. And the young fucking poor innocent little cute baby with asthma that's going to get hit first. I got most guys like us, the likelihood of us catching it and then dying from it are very minimal, right? But the worst part that's going to fucking happen from this thing is going to be the whole global financial fucking economic scale. That's going to be the second wave that's going to really smack people in the face.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like here, like my shop is back up and running now. We're getting ready to ship some cars.
Sick,
This
bro.
place
Yeah,
over here.
you're getting parts.
Yeah. We got all our stuff in. We got the cars put together since we
So-
reopened. We're getting ready to ship these out this weekend.
Does everybody wear
So-
masks?
But you also got to remember there's a whole facet of like restaurants, bars, hotels, airlines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge chunk of the economy that's getting slammed right now. None of that shit's open here. Schools, teachers, restaurants are closed. The malls are closed. The gyms are closed. All that shit. And even though, like, the base of the industry here is back up to about 80%. Now with it hitting in other parts of the planet, who's going to want to buy my cars when they're fucking quarantined in America? They're not going to the hotel where
Oh,
the
yeah.
cars are used. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be wave 2 that's going to come around and get us. It's going to
For
kick
sure.
us all right in the wallet. And my heart really goes out to like those poor fuckers that are living hand to mouth, check to check. You know what I mean? I know because I've been there, dude. I worked like 3 jobs when I was raising my kid, making like fucking $9 an hour trying to make ends meet. And if I missed one paycheck, you know, that shit was devastating. It took me 6 months to catch back up.
Yeah.
So I feel so bad for these fucking people. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. Is it getting better there,
That's the
Steve?
reality of it. Now, and like people are saying, you know, like, don't be a fucking ass, because like the main reason I wear this mask is because like if I catch it from somebody I don't know for 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yep.
So now I'm walking around here coughing and shit and infecting everybody in my fucking whole office and everybody in this complex and not even knowing it, you know? So this bullshit that they're telling you, like the masks don't help. Well, you know what? It's more a respect for others that I put it on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I
So,
think if people treat it
easier
like
here 'cause it's
like
so
you're
much
the
more
carrier,
accepted.
it's the safest bet.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly. So like here it's so much more accepted because you know we used to have like a lot of the smog and stuff here, so people wore them anyway, which they actually did a really good job on cutting that down now. So like nobody cares
Yeah, I
if you're
saw
wearing a
that. That's
mask
that's
around
pretty
here. Like you can
crazy
see
that
my.
the
We'll go out here and
Uh-oh.
check.
We're gonna lose him.
I did see that the pollution level is way down over there, which
The
is
You
internet
can actually see the night sky now.
is good over there.
yeah,
It's all about
apparently.
the outer
It's because
net.
of the mask. If he took the mask off, he would have perfect. But
Everybody acts funny about the masks and they don't want to wear them or whatever. But I think like if people would go out wearing the masks, other people would see it and
Right.
they'd be like, "Oh, well, maybe I should wear one."
yeah,
We just need cool masks.
Yeah.
Dude, they got them too.
Design some
Yep.
masks.
I'm on it, dude.
Hell
This
yeah.
is gonna this is gonna
mask.
cover one, I think.
You'll see them all
Wear
masked up.
this shit.
They can be all wear 'em.
Bro, or if you have
Perfect.
like a fucking head sock, you know, or like a fucking ski fucking face mask. Same shit, dude. I'll start wearing that.
We need to start a trend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or bandanas or some bandanas.
The
would be
problem
dope.
is
Then
a
we
lot
can-
of states in America have banned face masks.
Straight up, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Or a
so
lot of-
that's
lot
the
of, like,
thing. They've
cities.
actually banned face masks in
Why?
the past
What?
couple years.
Oh,
yeah.
oh. I thought okay, never mind. I get what you're saying.
So
now.
you can't protest with a face mask on.
Oh, right.
You know, they want to because they stand there with the video cameras a lot of the times, and you know.
Fuck it.
know.
I'm gonna
Fuck
wear what I want
bitches.
to wear, and if I wear a cool mask, I'm gonna tell them to fuck off.
Right. And like, I don't wear this 100% of the time. You know what I mean? Because like right now, I'm in my factories. All these guys that are here, they all went through their quarantine when they came back from Chinese New Year. They've all been tested and shit like that. You know, it's all for the people around me. So like right now, if I want to fucking smoke a cigarette, I'll take the bitch off. You know, because I'm not around anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's nobody near me. All the other places next to us are closed.
See, our
So I'll
problem is we
fire
don't
up
have
one of
the
these
tests.
here fucking Chinese fucking.
We don't have the
Yeah.
tests available
Chinese
to kind
Reds.
of get people into like understanding if they're carrying
Well,
or they're not.
it's the same thing here, Mike. But what they just did is they just fucking quarantined everybody for 2 weeks. Like when
Yep.
all my guys came back from Chinese New Year, they had to stay in quarantine for 2 weeks to make sure they didn't have any symptoms. They didn't get tested. They just got locked down.
That's nuts, dude.
That's all
the
you need
other
to do
thing
is quarantine
about
yourself
life
and
here right now. It's like, and I don't see this changing anytime soon. I was actually just going to make a video about this. Is now that they've been able to wave this control across the society here, you know, like there's checkpoints everywhere. We all have to download this software that gives us these little QR codes that we
Yeah.
have to use to go into stores. Even to go in and out of my apartment complex, I have to scan my little code so they can track us everywhere we fucking go.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like remote ID for our bodies.
People.
Yeah.
You can't
But
go in
it's
grocery
also
stores.
like it's point of sale. You buy stuff with the QR code by scanning it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We have
That's
our personal
crazy.
QR code that you have
Wow.
to scan in and out, even to like go in the grocery store.
Well, like
To go
at
in-
first, like you're like, oh, that's smart because I don't want to touch money and move the virus with touching money. But then you start thinking about all that control that you're talking about. They're never gonna let that up. They're holding on to that shit.
What? And they
Yeah,
say
they were able to like border off and control all the movement of the people in this country in the matter of like a week, you know, without anybody bucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, the virus. Yeah, the government's doing the right thing. But now that things are calming down, they aren't going to calm that down.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, that's
We
crazy.
got you now. We got you right where we want you.
Does the QR code say if you have the coronavirus, or is just to keep track of people?
I mean,
Yeah, we
I'm
have
sure that
different.
it
Well, it
flags
depends
you
on where
if you
you're
do.
from, and if you've been tested or quarantined, then you get like a red one, a yellow one, or a green one.
I see.
Me, I've been avoiding it. I don't have one yet because, like, I just shop at like the little mom and pop shops that don't require it, and I really just go fly and go. I don't live far from here. I live on the edge of the city, and I'm in a little village here, so it's only like 10 minutes away from me. So all I gotta do is go in and out of my apartment and come here, and I don't really go anywhere social. I don't go to the grocery store and shit like that. So I've been avoiding it. They did knock on my door yesterday, 2 guys in fucking suits, and wanted to know if I was a sworn member of the Communist Party or not. Gave me like this paper to fill out that I threw away as soon as they left.
Do you get to swear as a member of the Communist Party as a non-citizen? Do they allow that?
Fuck no. I mean, I'm absolutely sure they would let you.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's impossible for an outsider to become a citizen of China.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because it's like they don't let you buy stocks or anything, right?
No. Yeah, I can't even get a credit card here. It's not like the West where we give equal rights. They won't even let me have a credit card here. I don't have, even like when I get on the trains and shit like that, I have a special line that I have to go into with my passport, the foreigner line.
Shit. What?
I can't buy train tickets online. None of that shit, dude. It's totally different over here. It's racist as fuck. There's hotels.
Asians
I go to
are
hotels,
racist.
like, when I travel around for racing the quads. There's certain hotels I walk in that say, "Oh no foreigners allowed. You have to go to a different hotel," and they just tell me to leave. Restaurants, everything.
Damn.
So it's totally different here. It's a whole, But who the fuck in their right mind, right, coming from where we live, would want to be a citizen of this fucking place? Oh yeah, let me give up all my freedom and become a commie. Are you fucking nuts? I mean, there's people like that out there, but it ain't me.
No, dude, when I went to China, they were pointing at me like I was a fucking devil, and I had my gauges and shit, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Like straight up, like pointing at me, like, "What the fuck?" Like, fuck.
Oh yeah, dude.
Running
They
out
will
in front of you and
straight up
taking
stop
pictures and shit.
start taking pictures of you and stare at you. Look at the white monkey. It's even worse now because they're trying to blame all this on America. So now I'm getting glares and looks when I go down the street.
So that
And my
rumor's
wife
still
is
going
telling me,
around.
Well, they're trying to do the same
foreigners
thing
doing
here
on women.
to China, and so I think that's like some of that economic shit you're talking about to hit us next.
I watched this on TV, dude, where there was like some fucking hate graffiti on somebody's car, and it said like whatever about Asians, and they misspelled Asians like so bad. I mean, everything was misspelled. They couldn't even spell Asian. It wasn't with an O. It was ASIONS. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, there's like people are stupid, and then like they don't want to go to Chinese food places because they might get. I'm like, what?
They're
Well, like
putting it
so,
in the food with
you visited
MSG.
here. Hold on, wait for this truck to come by. Like for us, it's no big deal. Like we walk down the street. I mean, I'm from South Florida. I walk down the road and there's a Spanish guy, a black guy, an Asian guy, and a Greek guy. We don't pay any attention to that. They're all just people to us, But here in China, it's 99% ethnic Chinese.
Yeah.
It's a sea of black hair.
Yeah.
So when a guy that's 6 foot tall, 240 pounds is walking down the street, I'm like fucking, they saw a fucking Sasquatch.
Totally. Yeah, I know.
Trying to take pictures of me.
Yeah.
They come up and touch my biceps and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you very strong.
Big strong man.
Big strong man.
So funny, dude. That's crazy. So what should we do?
It's cool for like the first month, and then it gets old as fuck. Like, leave me alone. Stop staring at me. Go away.
Totally. Esky Dukes, what are some good things we can do while we're still alive? Like massive thing, or is there anything else that you found that's like good to practice or do or whatever?
Like on just your daily routine.
Or like like anything. I mean, like because you said I heard I was watching one of your vlogs and you were saying the medical staff is wearing masks, then why wouldn't I wear a mask? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Because like
Right.
they're like, no, masks aren't important, whatever. But is there
Well, the
anything
other
else?
thing I suggest is like sunglasses,
Oh,
even
yeah,
just
okay.
regular sunglasses. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm a biker, so I have the fucking biker goggles that like seal to my face. And I've only owned like 2 cars in my whole life. I've always rode motorcycles. But even just like plain sunglasses, so like if you accidentally touch something and rub your eye or something
do
like
that
that,
shit
because
all
it'll
the
get in your eye too, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So, or if you're going down the street, somebody sneezes 100 yards away and you go through the cloud, you know, the sunglasses are going to add a good layer of protection just for general not touching yourself, shit getting in your eye, whatever. Other than that, man, I mean, for me, it wasn't a big deal because I'm like super OCD about my hands anyway. So I wash them like 100 times a day as it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I accidentally, like if I get in the elevator, I poke the buttons with my key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because there's like 100 people going up and down my elevator because there's like 3,000 people in my neighborhood.
Right.
You know, I don't lean against the wall in the elevator. You know, just general shit. You know what I mean?
I've seen some video of like Chinese peeps fucking like.
Much.
I've seen a video of like some Chinese people like spitting all over like the elevator buttons and like wiping
That's the
them
other
and
thing I was gonna say. It's not even that, Zorro. The people here, it's just a whole different level of hygiene and like respect for
Right.
society.
Right.
Like I'll watch a guy blow a fucking snot rocket on the sidewalk, right? And then take a tissue out of his pocket to clean his fingers. Why didn't you just blow it in the fucking tissue and throw it away?
Totally. Totally.
You know?
It's also like a
So,
cultural
like,
thing because they think
Oh,
that
fuck.
spitting is healthy, and then they're like hocking loogies
yeah,
all like
you're
fucking
exactly right. Zorro's right. Like they
So-
cough up fucking these goobers and they spit everywhere you go. In a restaurant, they'll be spitting on the floor.
Yeah.
So for us, one of the
What?
things we do, we never wear shoes
Yeah.
inside the house,
Mhm.
and I always spray like the bottom of my shoes
Oh,
with
that's
the
nice.
sanitizer and shit when I put them outside the door because they fucking spit everywhere. My guys in the shop do it, and I yell at them all the time. They fucking spit on the floor. It drives me crazy. Like, hey, I might have to lay down there later and fucking change a tire, dickweed.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, we got a load getting ready to go out right now.
That's really good news, dude. I'm so glad when I heard you like you were back up. And I also heard that China is like on although the skies are clear now, that they kind of went like they're kind of like working double time now. So it's like creating like all the pollution back up. But is everybody like
You know
on
what?
super
I
ramp?
think you're right because it's a little hazier out here today than it normally is.
Yeah,
You can see the sky up there.
yeah, and then they lifted the. I heard that they lifted the pollution ban or the limit thing, so you can like run shit like nonstop for this time. So
Yeah,
they
probably.
catch up.
That shit wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's you know, they did a really good job the last couple of years in cleaning things up around here. Like they basically went in, the EPA in China like basically went in and just shut people down that were like violating the laws and shit like that because they were on like this mission to start cleaning things up. You know, obviously now that's probably pretty much off the table. And the other thing, like you're saying, Zorro, with them firing everything up and working double time, here's the other thing that, you know, nothing here is under control, whether they lead you to believe that or not. And now they're saying everybody get that back to work so our economy doesn't fail. Well, are we going to get wave 2 of the fucking outbreak because they're
Right.
forcing everybody around back to work
You
and
definitely
together
are.
and shit like that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what we watch me and Mike, I turned Mike onto this dude that I watch and he does Corona fucking updates. And I noticed in the early stages he was saying some shit that I was like, I don't know about that. And then everything came true. And he was saying that shit, I forgot what I was gonna say, why I brought him up. But this dude's the fucking bomb. Link in the description.
Hey, I'm right there with you, bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have the attention span of a fucking goldfish.
Me
Thoughts come
too.
up in my head.
He
and then
goes
they go,
that. You were saying, I think you were saying that there's always like 3 waves of it. Like it will go around like the Spanish flu, everything. Like it goes around the world once, things get better. Then it goes around the world twice, and things get like they're much worse the second time than the first. Dude, it's fucking nuts. And I also heard that, or I think Mike said that they've tested people that have recovered from the virus, and they're coming up positive again, so they can actually spread it around after.
Right. So we don't know if they're still carriers or not.
Right.
You know?
Which is that's the worst case scenario. When first it starts that you don't know if you have it, so you're spreading it,
And then you just keep spreading it. Yeah.
Yeah. You think
And then what's the case there? Like, how long do you carry it after that? Do you keep carrying it?
Yeah, we
Like,
don't
is it
know.
another 2
See,
weeks,
that's
another
the
month,
thing.
forever?
There's not enough
That's
testing
the
to
thing.
know.
When everybody's comparing it to like the flu and pneumonia and shit like that, there's so many unknowns with this. We don't know if
Yeah.
they still carry it. We don't know, you know, and that's what makes it dangerous. And it's so much more highly fucking contagious, you know?
Oh yeah.
So everybody that's just being like a dickweed about it, going, whatever, you know what I mean? You're not helping the situation. Because regardless of whether you get it or not, if we all don't take the precautions to fucking stop it in its tracks, we're all going to be it's going to kick us all in the wallets. Whether we get infected or not, we're going to be affected. You know, like this, see this blue door right here? These guys have like 5 fucking aluminum presses in there. And all they do is press out these little battery holders for like phones and computers and shit like that. Like they press out thousands of these things. They send out like a container every week. So there's got to be like 500,000 of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just taking this for an example. There's a truck coming by. So now the fucking Samsung, iPhone, Apple computer, whoever can't get the battery holder for their fucking computers. And guess what? All the computers on the market now are fucking skyrocketing in price because they can't get the fucking battery holder to build the computer.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. These are exciting
So
times.
it's like cascading crises on top of it.
Yeah. You know, they're shutting down non-essential Amazon packages in America. That's gonna create a lot of craze. You know, a lot of people.
Yeah, I got a good friend of mine that's the like the big UPS driver up in New York, where he's the guy that drives the semis that they pick up from the port, and he's been off work since January because there's no imports for him to pick up.
That's
Damn.
Yeah.
On the plus side, I think it's kind of nice that people have a chance to be with their families. They can like take some time and not always have to do shit, and they're like learning like new languages, and you know what I mean, just doing stuff at home. That's like a loss.
Everybody's
That's
gonna be sick of each other soon.
I know, totally.
It's a testament to your relationships for sure.
Yeah,
Me
the
and my
wave
wife
of
were talking about
divorces
that
are
for
coming.
the other day.
Straight up, dude. And babies. There's gonna be a bunch of babies in my
It'll be another baby boomer.
Yeah.
Mad babies.
But me and the wife were talking about
Corona
that
babies.
the other day. We're like, we've been locked up in here for like 2 months, not doing shit, and yeah, we're bored as fuck, but we haven't even like had an argument, you know. So it's
That's
like
great.
That's
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should start today. Go in there and start a fight.
Yeah.
Things up a little bit.
She's too fucking sweet, Zorro. She won't
Oh,
even,
that's
she won't even
great.
buy into it. She's like,
Oh,
seems
that's
really
amazing.
nice.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
I liked it in your video. You're like on the scooter talking, and she's behind you, like showing how to use the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah,
I love it.
Behind me. Let's sneak up on her. She's at her desk right now.
SB
She works for me too.
The question that we all want to know is, how awesome is it? How awesome is it?
Hi.
Hey, look, she has a mask indoors, dude. That's awesome. But how awesome is it to fly anywhere you want to fly? Because we saw you on the freeway ripping fucking freeways.
In China? Oh yeah, there's no laws here, bro. You can fly at will.
That's awesome.
I mean, basically, as long as you're not being a douchebag, nobody's gonna bother you at all. Zero.
I bet you're intimidating as fuck over there too. No one's gonna come up to you and say shit. Big Sasquatch.
Like you're spreading the flu with a drone. Watch. Dude.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like this big Sasquatch with flying robots.
Who's gonna come and tell Skadoosh to stop?
Yeah, take that.
A little 5-foot Chinese guy.
On me, bro.
Bro.
Even the cops are like, stop doing that.
Dude, I watched one of
the thing is, you know, you still got to be responsible. Because, like, if I went and flew over a crowd or something like that, and I did hit somebody or a car or something, I'd be in deep shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially as being a foreigner here. There's a 99% conviction rate in Chinese courts. So, you know, I wouldn't
Holy
stand
shit.
a fucking
Yeah.
chance. So you still got to be responsible. You can't be a dickhead. You know what I
Do you,
mean?
do you
I
speak
still, I go in
Chinese?
still serious
Skadoosh?
about-
Do you speak Chinese?
对，我会说普通话，我会说
Oh.
一点儿普通话，我说的不太好。
Damn.
Damn.
Nailed
I'm
it.
not like super fluent, but I'm functional.
That's
I
awesome.
can eat, I can move around, I can ask directions, I can tell my guys what to do, you know,
Mm,
numbers, buy things,
that's
shit
so
that I
cool.
need to. I studied it for a while when I first got here. I was really into it. And then when I got to a point where like I could like function and communicate, I got lazy about it.
Mm,
That and the other thing is like we were just talking about, Zorro, like these people are super fucking racist. So a lot of times you don't want to hear what they're saying when you walk into a restaurant.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like when I
Right.
have friends visiting here, I'm like, damn, I'm glad they can't understand what those people are saying about it.
Oh shit, dude. That's damn.
Because I'll do shit. Here's what I do, right? Like you ever walk into a fucking pasture full of cows and they all stop chewing and look up? That's what it's like when I walk into a restaurant, right? So I'll go in there and sit down and start looking at the menu or whatever, and I'll hear the people around me chatting. Oh, there's the
Mm.
foreigner. Oh, there's this, that, 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 that. Then when the waitress walks over, I'll start ordering food in Chinese and talking to her in Chinese, and then they all
Yeah.
freak out. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I wasn't in here when he said.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I want to hear what some of them would say because I mean, fuck, you never hear any good jokes about white people.
Oh, it's ridiculous racist shit because they have a whole different level over here. You know, there's the white pig, there's the foreigner. Why did they sit the fucking white pig next to us? Guelo is a common one. They call us the white devil.
Shit.
Why are they serving him in
Nice.
here? You know,
Hmm.
and like
Mr.
I've had friends here. Obviously, Americans are bigger. If you're not like the size of a fucking toothpick skinny pasta, you're considered fat here.
Mm,
Look at the fucking fat white pigs coming in. You know,
mm.
it's ridiculous.
Or Mr. Big Dick. I think that's one of the common ones. Mr. Big Dick with his huge dick hanging out of his dick.
Well, that's
And his good
that's
driving skills.
absolutely true because people will fucking tell my wife, "Oh, the Chinese guy wasn't good for us. You had to,
Driving school.
you're a slut because you had to go for the white guy."
Oh fuck, dude. It's so
Whacked.
horrible.
And I'm
And
just like, "Yep."
you can handle it.
All right, Skadoosh. So tell all these Americans what one thing we should take from you after being in it 2 weeks.
Just chill the fuck out, man. I mean, the sooner we all get together and bite this in the ass, you know, the sooner we're gonna make it go away.
Mhm.
But the arrogant idiot people that are running around going, it's fucking bullshit, this and that. The people that are educating themselves through Facebook memes, you know, you know, it's just we all got to band together on this, or it's just going to get worse. If we
Yeah.
don't calm it down, you know, they're just going to keep clamping it down because it is a fucking pandemic. I mean, it's global.
Fully
There's like
pandemic, dude.
9% death rate in Italy right now, man. They're dropping
Yeah.
like flies over there. 'Cause the other thing you got to remember that a lot of the numbers that they're going on right now came out of China, and these people are straight fucking liars, bro.
You're
Whatever
right.
numbers
Exactly.
set out there times it by 10.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, the
so just
metrics
you
are
know,
all
chill the
fucked
fuck
up.
out and do what you got to do. Keep your circle small, and you know, that's about all you can do. And just, I mean, like I've been trying to like stop the conspiracy fucking shit on Facebook. I always make some kind of smart ass comment on there, like the people that are commenting like, oh yeah, the government released it to stop the fucking protest. You know, come on, seriously. So we got all these governments all over the world that have been trying to fucking kill themselves, each other for centuries.
Right.
Suddenly just sat down and all came to agreement that they were going to smash their own economies.
It created the
Together.
perfect virus that would just kill the
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah, but you know what's funny though? I haven't been seeing like a lot of black people get it or anything. Africans, dude. I was like, this
no.
old white people are getting it. I was like, that's perfect.
No. Here's the rumor here, Zorro. Here's the rumor here.
Mm.
It's actually only supposed to attack Asian people.
Right.
And the U.S. genetically engineered it to do this. The way they did it is because, you know, those little like spit jars you do the DNA in?
Oh, right. The 23andMe.
That's like a
whatever.
big thing over here. Everybody spits in there to make sure that they're pure Chinese or whatever.
The DNA testing.
And they're saying that that's an American company. And for all these years, the Americans have been saving up all the Chinese DNA to make this virus to attack the Asians.
Holy shit.
That's the new one. Yeah, dude. That's the new one going around here.
Wouldn't we engineer it so we don't get it though, and they just get it? Like,
One would
Well,
hope.
that's what
Look
it was
at-
supposed to be.
right,
but
I
now
mean-
they're taking them out to
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't. I was like,
myth busted.
Busted.
busted. Yeah, that's great, dude.
Fuck. How many people we got in the chat? I only got my phone, so I can't see
We got
anything that's going on in the
46
chat.
people in there.
Like 406
Damn.
people.
Yeah.
406.
46.
Four, 6.
Hey,
Four-
listen.
four-
Thank you guys for fucking heading out to Washington and doing that shit, man.
Hell
I
yeah.
was actually gonna go, but I couldn't get a fucking airplane.
Right.
It's probably for the best because now you'd be
Right,
stuck
yeah.
here, and then you wouldn't be able to go back to your business and shit. You'd be
Yeah, that's another thing that's eating at me like right now, like for my personal stress level. You know, things like going out to eat, going to a restaurant, stopping at Starbucks for a coffee,
Mhm.
going for a motorcycle ride with my buddies, and we, you know, hit somewhere for lunch and then fucking ride through the mountains or what. All that, you know, we still ride the motorcycle, but all that other shit is off the table. You know what I mean? And I'm only like a couple months away from when I normally fly back to Florida to hang out with my kids for when they're off. You know, my one
Mhm.
son, he's still in school, whatever. Anyway, now if I fly back there from China, I have to go to the military base for 14 days of quarantine because they don't have the
Yeah.
tests yet, right? Then I stay there for a couple weeks. When I fly back into China, I would have to do another 14 days of quarantine. So I would have to take like 2 months off just to go visit my kids.
That's not
just
even the
not-
time that you're spending with your kids, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Could you imagine 28 days of quarantine, bro? I mean, I
Wow.
went to jail when I was
Jesus.
younger, but at least I got to play cards and fucking eat soup.
Yeah, you got to play spades all day.
I'm gonna volunteer to go to jail for 30 days. Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Dude, that's nuts. What a fuck situation. That's crazy.
Yeah, so the shit's eating at me a little bit because that's always been my thing here. Is I've always known that I've had an escape. Like I can hop on a plane and be in you know, I go to Thailand a lot when shit gets fucked up. I'll hop on a plane and I'm in fucking Bangkok in 3 hours and on the beach in another hour. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now that's all off the table for me. I'm like stuck. So all my little saving graces moments that I look forward to are kind of off the table now. So it's a little
Mhm.
stressful for me right now.
I bet, dude. I
I
bet.
just want to go on a slapping spree.
Everybody, Dragoneers is in the house.
What's up, Alan?
What up, guys?
Dragon.
What up, guys?
But
What up?
we're
Laying
learning
low.
to die.
For some reason I got Zorro pinned on here. I don't even see what all else is in the
Yo.
chat.
It's just me and you, dude.
It's just over a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's other
Yeah.
people.
The
There we go.
friggin' crew.
Hey.
We roll deep around
Buddy
these parts.
P.
I mean, not that you're that ugly, Zorro, but I mean, you know.
Well, but I'm not that pretty. Let's be honest.
True.
Your last couple vids fucking killed me, bro. I was dying.
I was like,
Oh.
dude, it's all. I'm working from home now, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my work real quick. Like, I can bust it out and pretty like super quick, and then the rest is like, I'm gonna go out and fly. So that's
Oh
What up,
shit.
Fred?
big videos or whatever. Yeah.
Prim.
What up, Prim?
Pretty
What
good.
I've
up?
had a lot of free time my damn self around here.
That's dope.
But I'm like you. I don't fucking script or do bits or anything like that. I just throw
Nah.
up the camera and fucking go to town. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get what you
totally.
get.
Yeah.
There's me.
Yeah. In all my glory. That's the kind of shit I like to watch. So I don't mind it. Although I still try to keep it short. But when I watch other people's videos, like when I watch your videos, like I kind of want more. Like I don't mind having like, you know, the normal shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just makes me like get to know
Exactly.
better. So
You know
But
what?
I try to
Unless
do-
it's like a commercial or something, I even have a little bit of trouble following like a real steady video flight because it's just so
like predictable, right? I mean, it's pretty.
weird, you know? Yeah, like I want that
pretty, but-
raw fucking Sessions 5 shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want that
Hit me
fucking.
up.
Give me that prop wash.
Give me some
Give me that
drop
drop
His wife's gonna be like, "What the fuck is he?"
Rock
Jello.
out, you pop out.
Hello.
She's like, there's a new virus, isn't there? And it's in his brain.
Crazy.
I know.
Come say hi, honey. You guys gotta meet my wife.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow, so many people on this small screen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do like a VIP because we got a bigger one.
Zorro, yeah, he's VIP.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I was like, it better be me. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Hello.
Back to work.
Okay.
We're like,
Work.
what a good sport.
We'll miss you.
She said, "You won't fire me."
You won't.
She's like, motherfucker. That's awesome. So funny, dude.
If I fire her, then that's just legit cash I'm throwing away. You know, she can stay home if she wants, but I mean, if I can cut her a paycheck, that's just legit cash for me to fucking flow with. You know what I mean?
Oh, she works with you or for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that. That's awesome, dude. Did you meet
Yeah,
her on the
because
job?
It's more cash I can pull from the company. You know what I mean? You know, it's my company, but I can legitimately.
Did you meet her on the job?
No,
Okay, cool.
I met her in Nanjing. Like,
Oh yeah.
we've been together for like 6 years,
That's
5
dope.
years, 6
That's awesome.
Primitive, how long have you and Zorro been together?
Two, almost. No, not 2 years.
We're going on 2 years.
Is it? Yeah.
Mhm.
I heard
Never-
he was
never
divorcing
remember our
for
date.
Illustrator.
Oh yeah.
I
Prim,
might
are
be,
you?
dude.
You're divorcing him for Illustrator?
Yeah.
Finger pixel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You probably don't want to divorce me for Illustrator yet. Like,
Yeah.
learn all the tricks first.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then think about it, maybe.
Yeah, dude. I
Have
still
just a-
need you a little bit.
Okay,
I'll let you guys watch
Wow.
the crew for a minute. I gotta go pee.
do
Get
it.
it.
Take us with you.
Alright.
Take us with you.
No.
I guess so.
No.
Dude, have you seen these bathrooms? They're like, I mean, like everybody's bathrooms there. They're like, there's like a hole in the ground. Dude, when I went to China, I was all excited. I was working for Sony, and they're like, "We're going to China for design research, whatever." So I was like, "Sweet." And then the first thing I looked up is Chinese toilets. I was like, "Wait." And I saw there were like the whole ones. I was like, "Oh my god, dude! I don't know how to do that shit."
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no.
Panic attack 24/7.
I couldn't do that.
What are you talking about, Zora? Explain this a little bit more.
Right,
Oh,
so
great.
in other countries, the toilets are basically like a porcelain square with two little foot pads, and you gotta squat and you gotta poop. Now the
What? Bro, that's fancy, bro. In Turkey, it's just a hole in the ground, bro.
yeah,
You
no,
gotta
like-
like pay for
Damn.
toilet paper.
But for me, so I've shared this before.
Squat toilet, so there's no touch. You just squat.
No,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah, the old squatter, dude. The old squatter. I've seen the squatter.
tell him.
I
But I
know.
had a bad experience once when I was younger, and I ended up actually pooping on my pants because they were like on my ankles. That was my first 4th of
You're
July.
like, damn.
And then, so for me, logistically, if your pants are under your butt and you have to,
Oh my
your
God.
poop is going to go down.
I love you. I
How?
love you.
How?
So you need to take your
Listen,
pants off and
okay.
take a shit.
Yes, I would get fully naked.
All I'm gonna say is just like, we just need to deliver the pancake down the leg, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude,
I'm fucking crying.
just to eat it out.
Pat, the old- oh my god.
Oh no, it's so scary.
These are stories from Europe, guys. Stories
Yeah.
from Europe.
Dude, divided by
Goodness, do you have-
zeros
do you-
talking about the squatty potty.
Yeah. Do you have a squatty potty
technology
or
that's out
a real toilet?
there. No, I think you combined a squatty potty with a real toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a real toilet.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
If he had a
was
squatty
gonna-
potty, he would have been more
Dude,
Try
prepared.
again.
is your mask contaminated?
I'll show you. I was just in there. It's legit.
It's legit.
Oh, we're,
It's legit.
It's legit.
we're missing the best part.
I know.
Damn it, it
know.
went black.
I was gonna ask him if people are like how the grocery stores lasted out there.
They're not. Dude, they're closed. It's crazy.
They have a new shipment of
What are you
bats coming
saying?
in every day.
Is there, yeah,
Oh,
The
I
hardest
lost
thing
it.
about the squatty
Oh,
potty,
it's gone.
like when
Damn.
you're not peeing on the back of your pants when you're squatted down.
Yeah, or pee would be great, but what if you like the poop also
Zoro
has to
poops on
fucking
his
go down?
pants.
Has to go
Now the
out.
poop is okay because it plops down, but like your dick sits on top of your nuts. You know what I mean? You gotta, like,
Oh.
Not mine. Mine's
like,
under my nuts.
my
It
other-
actually That's why my
Shitty
nuts
balls.
stand up. So
you gotta like push it down between your legs, you know, and do that. That man
I'm gonna lose
kind
my
of thing
shit.
you don't pee in your pants.
I hate it when you pee on your nuts.
Oh my god.
Why can't you just stand up and piss like a urinal?
Well, you can, but if you got to poop,
yeah,
Yeah, I can't poop without peeing. That's impossible.
but you can
Exactly.
pee without pooping, and that's the
Yes.
point of the urinal.
Yes.
you're not gonna take a poop. You're not gonna be able to take a poop. You're not gonna be able to pull that off. You can't poop, then wipe your butt, then stand up, turn around, and pee.
No. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Dude, I had to take off all my clothes, my shoes, and everything to use the squatty potty. I think
in
dude,
the winter because I wear fucking coveralls, you know.
yeah.
He
you
ends
would
up,
open
yo,
the
but he
doors.
ends up in like a handstand with his feet against the wall, pooping up and hoping it falls the right direction.
My face is all like covered up. Yeah. totally.
I've done that in the
Oh.
ocean.
Oh shit.
The poop floats up, you know, so you fucking flip over when you're in the water. So when you poop, it doesn't like float up.
Oh,
Your
that's a
chin.
good idea.
Oh.
And the fish love it.
Or you know.
Oh,
sharks
welcome to the shit show, folks.
It is.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. It's
Shark
getting-
repellent.
You could always
Chum in
do
the
it like
water.
this.
Skadoosh, do you have toilet paper?
And then a big brown shark came. I
Yeah.
do.
And then the big brown duck.
Can you send us
I do.
some?
But you know what? That's another thing about here, guys, is like one of the reasons shit popped off so big time here is they don't like if you go into public restrooms and stuff like that, they don't fucking have soap and toilet paper and shit like that. You got to bring your own. So I carry like wipes and I've always carried wipes and sanitizers everywhere I go. So that's why it hasn't
That's
been like
so fucked.
Yeah, bro.
dude. I've worn some. Even ask Stingy about it. When Kevin was here, I was like, dude, you got wipes on you? You know?
Right? Holy shit.
Fucking Mr. Steele peed right on the fucking cop station. 'Cause there wasn't a bathroom.
Heard it here
Mr.
first.
Steele is the only person that Chinese people don't call fat.
But yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's only like 100
Like, oh, he's
pounds. And he's even shorter than most of them. He's a tiny dude.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he's a small guy.
Dude, I put him on the back of my motorcycle. I couldn't even tell he was back there.
You just put him in a basket, like in the front.
You get like the work shirt and get him up in your pocket there.
Put him in one of them little doggy harnesses.
Like, like E.T.
Yeah.
I was thinking
But,
Toto.
I've had so many people come here that I've warned and they fucking come walking out of the bathroom with one sock.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, batteries.
Oh my god, that's so fucked.
Zoro, don't drink all your stash.
Too late. I got this 2 days ago. This is the humongous bottle.
Jesus.
I went to
Two
the
days
store
ago.
on Sunday, and I got this, and I've been. Oh my god.
Listen. He
Look at
did a
Primitive
couple
up in
arts
there. What's
in
up,
that
Prim?
time period.
What's up?
What? There's this thing, Zoro.
Here's
What
my-
about this?
You guys
What's
see
this
my
thing?
other little secretary? Isn't she a little kitty?
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Whoa.
He speaks a little English.
We love your videos. Make him make more videos, please.
Oh,
Make him.
Hola. Hola. Mucho fan bien.
I love that.
Fan bien. It's fun. She has to go pick up our lunch.
Mm-hmm. Cool, chilling. Hell yeah, dude.
So Skadoosh, do you have to use a VPN to send your videos and stuff out of there? How do you get
I
how you get your stuff
do.
out?
I do.
Oh shit.
I do.
What's the
Yeah,
control?
everything is blocked here. Google's blocked here. Facebook, YouTube, everything. I can't do anything without. I can't even check my emails without a VPN.
Right.
It's kind of a good thing with some of the videos I've been posting lately. Like I've been putting up my I'll log into fucking LA and then I'll log into Singapore and then I'll post my thing is like where the video was recorded as like Uganda, Africa, or something
Nice.
like that.
Uganda.
Wait, this dude was in Singapore an hour ago. Now he's in Africa.
Now he's in Uganda.
Yeah.
Can't track this shit.
This video is not for Ugandan audiences.
I put up all kinds of weird shit on there.
Oh, dude, I love your
Yeah, I mean,
content, especially now. It's so good, dude.
I think we're gonna get this thing, and hopefully normalcy comes back after
I think it
runs through.
I think it will.
Oh shit, he's scanning his.
Are you checking your temperature?
You gotta hope
that
for the
an
best and
eyeball
prepare for
temp?
the worst.
109. Uh-oh.
I think it's his head. Yeah, it's his
The
forehead.
little laser beam.
Laser.
What happens if you aim it at your junk? Is it hotter or no?
I don't know. I can feel that fucking little laser on my brain. I swear to God.
There it is.
But we're required by law now to have it, and we gotta, like, if you look out here, we have to have the sanitizing station when you come in.
Sanitizing station. It's like a chair with a.
Rules are
Everybody's fucking
regulations.
IDs, names, numbers, and that they've been through quarantine and haven't traveled.
Wow, dude.
All this shit
I don't know why.
pasted up outside the office.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
There's where it all happens, right there. That's where I take a nap, pet my dog,
Make
bark
love.
out order,
That's where I would make love.
in the sunshine.
Look at
Oh,
those
look
friends.
at that.
It's yoga time.
That's
That's
awesome.
She's like a fucking yoga master.
That's great. She's doing the downward corona.
So Chad, do they have you in full lockdown now? What do they have going on where you are?
Not yet. They're saying we should expect some decision within the next 24 to 48. And I mean, what they're saying is it's just going to be shelter in place, and everybody's going to have to, New York City's, like all the restaurants are pickup or delivery only right now. But they're going to basically just ask everyone not to go out unless it's something you absolutely need, like groceries or something from the pharmacy or what have
Flying
you.
a drone.
Yeah.
I'll most likely be at the park.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude,
I
I
think
better
if you're
see some
alone
dope
flying
fucking
the drone,
deserted
not
New York
touching
footage
shit.
from you, Chad.
So, what was that, Chris?
Sorry,
It's
Enoch,
been
go
like-
ahead. Sorry.
Huh?
It's
No,
been like
I'm
that
just-
here for like 2 months. Like McDonald's is open, but they have a table out in front of the door. You have to go to the table and get your order, and then they bring it outside. And even like the people that came back and were like in quarantine in my building and stuff, what they did is they like put a quarantine tape across their door that they weren't allowed to break for their 14 days or whatever.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like 3 of my neighbors were locked down. But I live in like a little better neighborhood. So our security guards were going to anybody that was in quarantine. They would go there every day and ask them what they needed. And they would go across the street to the store and get their little grocery list and bring it back to them and pass it to them through the window. So
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
there's a lot of people that didn't have that, man. They just fucking welded them in their places and shit. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
damn.
One of my neighbors, like the next floor down, they broke their quarantine tape, and I didn't see if they left or whatever. All I saw was like the next day, the guys in the white suits were in there gutting their fucking apartment into the red hazmat bins, like their clothes, fucking
Holy
furniture,
shit.
everything. They just gutted everything out of there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hardcore. I saw the police pull somebody over and they had a net. It was like a dog catcher's net, and they put it over the dude's head, and then the SWAT team like came and got him. I was like, they're like
A
hunting
dog catcher.
It was like a net that was like as big as your head.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
So funny, dude.
Don't touch.
butt.
They have
They
those.
could be
They have those
infected.
loops that grab you around the fucking neck,
Like a dog, huh?
like a giant snake catcher. It's like got a
Right.
loop
Oh
on it,
yeah.
and they
A
fucking
noose.
grab you around the neck with it. Because
So
like,
the pole gives you like distance, and you got him by the neck. Yeah, dude, that's fucking.
Yep,
It's better.
exactly. Well, when the shit first started breaking out here, and people were like what's going on over there now, when people were refusing to wear the mask and go outside, the police were jumping them and beating the fuck out of them in the street with batons and shit, man. One guy got fucking tied to a pole, and they fucking beat his shins up with fucking batons. The dude couldn't even walk.
Shit.
Holy shit.
With their tiny little arms that were just like swinging at him.
It's like a T-Rex.
You guys are killing me.
Yeah.
I have tiny hands.
You know, but then also,
That
you
would
know,
not
you
be
see,
cool.
like the sad side of it, you know, like there was one video that came up of a little girl, like she couldn't have been like 7 or 8 years old, standing in the street crying as the wagon's taking away her deceased mom to the fucking crematorium. You know what I mean? And like she's now like orphaned, you know. And then there's like kids that are abroad for like school or college or whatever, and then their family gets sick and quarantined, and fucking now the kids got nowhere to come back to, job and
Yeah.
stuck in the country, you know, because what happened in the beginning, like they, you know, and they put up this hospital. It's nothing but a giant fucking warehouse. Don't let them fool you. Like people there don't even have food and water. But anyway, in the beginning, if they were catching people sick, they were telling them to stay. They have to stay in their homes, right? So the one person is sick, and now they stick them in the house with his whole fucking family, and now the whole fucking family's sick, and like 3 of them end up dying. You know.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
So there was some pretty I mean, there's some funny shit that happened, but there was some pretty horrible shit going down. Like they were just taking the bodies away and cremating them, man. The families didn't even get a say in like a funeral or a plot or anything. They're just hauling
I
them off,
heard that's how Italy's getting right now.
incinerating them.
Wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
Yeah, where you're not even able to see your family members before they're buried or incinerated.
Or burn. I would love to watch my family get incinerated.
Oh no.
Don't take that right away from me. If I want to watch my family get incinerated, don't fucking do that. That's my right.
Been waiting my whole life to watch you.
Yeah. And now you fucking ruined it with your tiny ovens. Fuck you.
Get in there.
Never been there. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
man.
Hey, do y'all got any spigots you can put them on? I don't want them to just go in that
It's like a
oven. I want 'em
rotisserie.
roasted slow.
Slow roast.
They used to do that. Some like great leaders back in the Greek history, that's how they were tortured on this fucking spindle, dude. That's fucking nuts.
Probably marinated.
What about that? What about that way where it's
Been
like
sliced.
they put them in the bowl and then they would steam up the bowl?
Oh, the bull, yeah. And then he
That
would
was
like
crazy.
echo
Cauldron.
a big glass bowl that was like empty, and you could
Got
go.
it.
Cauldron.
inside. Yeah.
Everybody's got the rota. What's all
I
the
know.
coughing?
Yo,
Ooh.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys-
So Skadoosh, when you're out in public, since they think it only affects Asian people, do you like just pretend to cough in front of the Asian people, just make them think you're sick? Like, no, I'm sick too. See?
Yeah, I don't really go out into, you know, since it's came down here, like there is no public. Like it's fucking, like it was unbelievable, man. The city at 10 million turned into like 10 million permits.
Nothing.
Like there
But
was
yeah, to look at your
unbelievable-
videos from months ago and then look at
Yeah.
now, it's fucking crazy.
It was the best news out of this whole thing because I love being at home and I hate going out. And now it's like I'm supposed to. I felt so good. Look at the doggy. There he is.
Not when I'm
dog.
supposed to.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so cute.
Right? Like essentially,
is.
Zorro has become a patriot by embracing his laziness.
Very much. Thank you very much.
Yo,
A lot of hard work.
Saving lives.
yo, Gearhead, you see this? It says Italian hospital ran out of ICU valves, so a local biz brought a 3D printer to the hospital, redesigned and reproduced the valves in a couple hours.
Done.
Yeah. We should all
Nice.
start printing valves right now, actually.
We should actually.
Let's hit this guy up and print all the valves.
Yeah, man.
I'm down.
From what I understood, they used some like medical grade plastic.
Oh fuck that!
They
You think
posted
medical
that up.
grade matters at this point?
Yeah. For
Well, if
about
it's something
rather-
you can actually get, like you can clean it, so you can get the whatever germs
Right.
out of it.
True.
You can put in the alclave or whatever that they use to, like, when you get a tattoo to fucking.
yeah, like autoclave.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody from the chat asked for Airwolf. I gotta blast it.
This is Sonic Wave.
And that's how we're beating the virus.
One Airwolf at a time.
One Airwolf at a time.
I figured out how to put all of my music off my computer onto a thumb drive, so I can listen to it in my car.
Nice.
And the first song is Airwolf.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Every time I start my car, that's how I
Yeah,
get.
what's
my
your car's
day going.
startup
By choice
tone?
or alphabetical order?
It's in alphabetical order. So
Yeah.
Airwolf is
My
listed
lunch
as Airwolf.
delivery is here.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I was expecting the
150.
city. I was expecting the city to be like a ghost town, but there's still hella people
Yeah,
all out
there's
and
all the
about.
people out. I saw this poor bastard coming out of Trader Joe's because in the smaller cities here, people don't have cars and they just like walk or take their stupid bicycle the thing. And this dude, this poor like vegan looking guy, came out with like 20 bags of groceries from Trader Joe's. You know, it must have been like fucking like $1,000 worth of food. Poor dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, it's the same thing here because, like, you could, there's subways and buses everywhere. You basically don't need a car or anything to get around, and like, everything's in big buildings. So like,
I
you can
guess you need
basically
a car
get
if
all
you
your-
want 2 weeks of groceries.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I've seen these motherfuckers. I've seen a dude like, on his bicycle with a refrigerator on the back of that.
I knew it
Hell
was
yeah.
coming. I knew it was coming.
Make it happen.
Family car is a fucking e-bike, man. I see him on those bitches
Yeah,
4D. Kids, wife.
I know. Yeah, I saw that too. Every morning, like fucking so many people on little mopeds with kids.
Check it out.
Shit. I mean, in New York City, the fucking supermarkets are so close. We just carry a cart from the house and fill it full of shit and then bring it back. Dude. Like, seriously, that's how New York rolls. We all just take these fucking stupid grandma carts down the fucking grocery store. I can get like 2-3 weeks worth, like, yeah, no problem.
Bro, there'll be people
Do
going
you have
down
to like
the street
work
with,
your
like,
way up to a shopping cart?
Dude, I'd give me a wagon, dude.
You
Straight fucking
can't.
radio flyer, bud.
It's got to live in,
The
yeah,
farmers
wagon.
will be
Yeah.
coming in from the farm, right? And they'll have like this big long bamboo stick across the back of their scooter, and there's like 10 fucking chickens hanging from it by their feet.
Yeah,
Still
and
alive.
bats.
Still alive.
Fucking bats. Why are they eating bats? Come on, guys.
That's the crazy thing about New York City, though. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
is
know
that bad,
how
Skadoosh?
dense is it where you're at in China, Skadoosh? Is it really dense population-wise? Yeah, like New York
I live
dense?
in like one of the top 10 cities in China to live in. The city I live in is only like 12 million. It's kind of a small city comparatively in China.
Right.
I
How
live
many?
right
How many
next
people?
to Shanghai, and Shanghai is like 30 million.
How many people? How many people where you're at?
About 12 million.
It's about the size of New York.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it?
I'll tell you what, I've flown into New York many times. And you see the fucking Manhattan Island and the skyline and everything like that as you're coming in.
Right.
You fly into Shanghai, it makes New York look like a village.
Oh
bro.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
skyline doesn't stop. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you can't even see the end of the buildings here. It's just
Right.
crazy.
Wow.
Everybody was always trying to sell me shit in China, and I was with a chick that worked at Sony, and I was trying to tell them no, and she's like, no, you gotta go like this, and I guess you gotta like wave them off like this. She was like, no, and just walk away, and that shit worked. I was like, oh, that's fucking amazing. But they were
I
like,
know.
it was like knock off like knock off iPhones, knock off fucking. Knock
You
off
were leaving them the opportunity to keep talking to you.
Yeah, totally exactly. Give it to me.
No.
Yeah,
It's
I've
gonna
been
happen.
Learn not to do that in Chicago.
These people that don't have Zoom and can't socialize with like video chat, they're gonna get so desocialized that they're gonna get hungry for it. And like instead of zombies in the future apocalypse, it's gonna be like normal
Zoomy.
bored people with coronavirus, and you're gonna be out in public and they're gonna be trying to talk to you and have a friend. And you'd be like, no, I'm okay, bud.
Yeah, yeah, I don't need
Keep
friends.
running.
So right now
I'm
in
good,
the
I'm
stock
good.
market, we need to invest in like fucking Zoom software and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix.
Delivery.
Going up.
That and baby clothes. Start
Yeah.
a line of fucking baby clothes. 'Cause by
Baby?
next year, you're gonna be a rich motherfucker.
Oh, right, because of all the humping that's going on right now.
My
I got you.
Corona baby
I'm gonna
clothing.
take up crochet.
I got you.
Dude, straight
All
up,
the
I want to
humping.
invest. I want to invest in diapers.com. Have you guys heard this diapers.com story?
Yeah.
What? The diapers.com story?
Bro, so this
Oh,
dude,
let's hear it.
like, it started small. I think he started out as like 1-800-diapers or something, because like the one diapers.com was like ridiculous price or some shit. But this fucking smart guy, I think he had a couple $100,000, started this company where he buys up diapers and ships them online. And the way it works is it's like a loss leader. Like you can't make money shipping diapers because of the cost. So he's like selling these diapers at cost to get people to his store to buy like other shit like baby
Buy 'em.
wipes. And this dude's fucking coming up from this whole fucking
What a good idea.
thing, dude. And like what I think sometime last year he fucking bought diapers.com for like $500,000 or some shit.
Wow.
And now
That's
it's
dope.
diapers.com, dude.
I like the music.
Keep going, keep going, Chris. Keep going.
Diapers.com.
Dawn of time.
Diapers.com. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a dawn of
I
time.
thought you were gonna say it was like the service where they clean diapers for you.
No, don't clean your diapers.
All right. Anyways,
You said
Zorro,
1-800 diapers.
Zorro, take over for him. He's fucking up. Diaper commercial.
So it's a dawn of time.
It's the dawn of time.
Babies have worn diapers in their butts. Today, you can buy a diaper because there's no more toilet paper. You can wear it like a baby and take a shit in your pants. Thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leave us with a magic trick.
All right. On.
Oh.
Oh.
I look good.
So I don't want to toot my own horn. I mean, of course I do, but I just say that. But the biggest, I'm gonna make a video about this like tomorrow maybe or whatever.
Gearhead,
but,
don't touch your mouth.
But I got all this like graffiti shit all over Liftoff coming up in the next release this week at the end of the week I think, and Liftoff's gonna have because right now it doesn't have any like graffiti or whatever they have is like
so
little
hot.
but I'm so fucking excited.
So hot.
Yeah, dude, it's so sick.
I'll get fucking stupid. All right, that's all. That's all. Back to you guys. I'm done.
Zora lives forever.
Should I
He
show
does.
him?
Is it something you
Zorro is
need to
immortalized.
They should make it so you have to unlock it.
You want me to show him?
Like,
Fire.
if you want to see it, you got to be a good enough pilot.
Mhm.
You shared them, right?
Yeah. They said it's all good to share.
All right. Boom.
Has it
Look at
already been?
that.
Has it been released or no?
Dude,
That
that
one,
one's
I like
cool.
that one.
End of
I
the
like
week.
that
I
one.
love that one.
I like
the
that one a
laser
lot.
beams, bro. Laser
Boom.
beams.
Beam.
Bam. That's
Bam.
me running around.
Sky beams.
Right.
Okay, beams.
There you are.
Zorro beam. There you
Mm.
go.
Zorro,
Oh,
they need you.
wait,
They
is
need to
that-
record you flying the track, and if the person beats your score, then it unlocks your artwork.
So
So
everybody
first
will
round.
basically get Zorro.
Or that
Gotta
one, I
play
like
the
that
Zorro
When
one a
you
lot.
first
Yeah.
posted these to the
Sick.
chat, I was like, did Zorro run out and fucking tag a bunch of shit last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I did.
He ran
I don't know
into
where.
the game. That's what he did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Uploaded.
I don't know where these locations are, but I'm looking forward to look. I mean, I can tell some of them, but I don't know where they all are. So I want to go check them out. That'd be dope.
Hunt
When,
them out.
when are they
Easter
released?
egg
that one
Are they
is.
out now?
At the end of the week, there's in the new release, they'll list it out and all that. So
The battery. So hot.
yeah. FPV. Next time I'm gonna make
FPV.
a Save Our Hobby fucking thing and shove it somewhere. But
Hell yeah.
You should have.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
Save Our Hobby, guys.
Save it.
Shave it. Hey, speaking of shave it, didn't you shave your hobby there, Chad?
Save my hobby.
Did you
you
shave your
shaved
hobby
it.
there, bud?
You shaved the whole
Wait,
thing.
but I can't give it away tonight. Yeah. Yes, I've shaved it all.
Well, we don't want to see it on
Shaved it
camera
all.
anyway.
He wants to be pure.
It's too shiny for the camera.
All of it.
No.
Has anybody played that DCL fucking piece of shit? Because I fucking
You're
I
in
played
played
it.
that.
that was
Oh.
garbage, dude. I hate that game more, or that simulator. It's not even a simulator.
The racing part of it's pretty fun when you're just
Sure,
full
but-
throttle.
I got it for the PS4. Not only that, but I try to take apart my controller so I can the sticks don't like stick to
Lose a
metal.
spring. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm down one controller. But I noticed they have arcade mode or like acro and all the like horizon mode, whatever. But they had arcade mode and they had like a throttle and a brake, and I was like, what? But I was like, what? But then
Okay.
the physics are bananas. Like they're like we're talking about shit being floaty. This is
You
like
gotta play it. You
Yeah.
gotta play it on a computer with a Tyrannus or something.
Wait
it
till you
better?
see. Wait till you
Yeah,
see the
dude,
people
Yeah,
that
it's
pretty
practice
nice,
on that.
dude. I kind of like the DCL for the racing, dude. The racing is pretty hot on it. It's like
It's not a
Liftoff is still-
simulator.
I
but
think
it's-
Liftoff
That's
feels
cool.
most like my quads. DCL and DRL feel way different, but
Mhm.
like the graphics are fucking pretty on point and the gameplay is pretty good.
DCL. You like?
They're both about the same for me. I still like Liftoff
Music. The
for
music's
flying.
better in DCL.
I like DRL.
They
I
got
think the
decent
physics
music.
are
There's
pretty
music in Liftoff.
Yeah, Liftoff
I
music
don't-
is horrible.
I just play my own
Yeah.
shit whenever I
Yeah,
play
the
any of that
Liftoff
shit.
music is horrible.
It's like
I want
it's-
one of these
it's like
companies.
the first step.
I-
Turn
I
off the
want-
music.
I want them to at least just get the quad sound somewhat like legit. All
Yeah.
the yeah. I'm like, what?
My computer will play everything on high settings, and
We
if
should-
if I got other stuff
noise is
running,
real.
it'll drag down my computer.
Hold on. If
Yeah.
we record all of
What?
your noises,
Liftoff or
can you
DCL?
submit it for us, Zorro, along with your future graffiti?
Talk to your
Worst
Thing
sound
connect.
about
pack.
them all is the fucking noise they make when you crash.
Oh yeah.
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 Dude, it's so weird. I don't know why that part's so hard to get right. Like,
Yeah, when it
They
crashes,
need to add
all I
like the
want is the
Tony
sound
Hawk
of fire.
crash.
Yeah, dude. For a long time, I couldn't play Velocidrone because the fucking prop sounds drove me crazy.
yeah.
Do you guys use your goggles in your sim?
No.
I usually don't.
I haven't.
I have.
I tried it
but
once
I
and it
usually
got
don't.
me sick.
It'll change your life, man.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I sit my fat ass on the couch and play it on the 4K TV.
I have an HDMI and a micro HDMI right here. So maybe I'll fuck with it.
Do it.
I've got
Cool.
attitude, so I don't even have a plug-in for it.
Aw.
Ian, show us what your fingers have made this week.
I you know what I haven't
Oh,
though.
yeah.
I need to try the HCO2s on Liftoff because I have not
my-
tried it
whoa.
actually.
My hands are fucking so dry, dude.
Dude,
From all the
how many
illustration-
times have you washed your
From
hands?
Yeah.
That's swiping.
So much, dude.
Need some
was lo-
chapstick and put on your finger.
We did the elevator testing today at my work, and so I was like wiping down the buttons with Lysol. Dude, they're so dirty, bro.
You
I don't think
know.
anyone cleans that shit.
Fuck.
There's like eons of layers of plague on the
Oh,
fucking
it was
elevator
brown.
buttons.
It was
Black
brown
plague,
fucking
brown plague.
smudges coming off the fucking
Have a little
buttons.
plague.
Have a little play. Grandma's boy.
It's pretty sad, like just seeing how many people are out and about in the city. It's like I don't think they're taking it serious, you know.
No, New York
like
is pretty. New York is pretty chill right now. Like New Yorkers don't fuck around. When something serious comes along, New Yorkers are like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, cool. That's what we're gonna
Okay.
do. That's what we're gonna do. Let's do it. And we just get it done. You know what I mean? And like, there's people out. I saw people buying wine, but generally speaking, is way less. I've seen way less people out. The traffic's way down. Everything just it's.
Yeah, there's no traffic
But
at
like
all.
we were talking about
Some of the
earlier,
ones that
fucking
were
they were
really
showing the
cracking me
beaches
up
on the
is
news.
people that were like flipping out because their bar was closing. But seriously,
Yeah,
if
go
that's
to the
your whole
liquor
fucking
store,
life
bro.
is fucking flopping on that bar stool, it's probably a good thing they're fucking closing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, I
Totally.
think there's a
Oh
lot
no!
of
What are we
people
gonna
that are
do,
doing.
man?
Yeah. It's an interesting experiment in human psychology, having everybody have to go and like look themselves in the mirror at home for a month.
Yeah, I'll be at the park tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah, I was ripping this weekend, and I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go this weekend for sure.
I was ripping today, boys. I mean, yes,
Listen.
there's a lot less people out, a lot less people at the park, but it's just, I don't know. I'm still just staying away from everybody. I'm still in a fenced fucking circle, so it's like I feel quarantined as it is.
You got
All
Flying
you
goggles
there.
gotta
on,
do-
your eyes are
I got goggles on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta worry about when you're flying, people sneaking up on you and breathing up your nose.
Bro, I swear to God, it happened a couple times today where like people like stop and like ask questions. I'm like, shit, how
Oh,
close is
they're
this
all up
cat
on
for me,
you?
dude? Always,
Get
bro.
up
I
all up on
mean, there's
you?
a fence. There's a fence,
Damn.
but like they always like stop, ask questions and shit. I'm like, all right, this guy's gonna like really close.
As
Close,
soon
what
as
do
I
you-
hear somebody, I fucking fly straight towards myself. I whip
Yeah,
it
so
straight
you can
towards
see.
and come straight towards
every
myself.
time, every time. Yeah,
Full speed orbit.
Dude, I keep my dog tied right next to me on the leash.
I know.
Got
I
that
love
fucking 10-foot perimeter. She won't let
I love
anybody
her.
in.
I love her.
There you go.
That's great.
Dude, she just starts barking. I love her. She's like fucking alarm for it. I wish I had one. I
Look
swear
at
if I
her.
had a home. Yeah,
I
dude,
look
Look
she's
at her.
like,
What fucking
"Oh."
quad is that? That's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
That DCL shit.
Hey, I have a question for you guys because I want to make a video about doing my first build in 3 years. I want to make a quad from scratch, which I know I
Dude,
can do. I know
Bro,
the
I'm the
old components.
same, dude. I'm about to fucking build a brand new quad, and it hasn't been since maybe like a
Yeah.
year, dude.
So are all the companies still like shipping out normally, or is there any kind of hiccup in
Dang.
the quad buying game?
I don't know.
You should
Check
do
your
it
fucking
quick.
I mean, it's
suppliers,
all-
bro.
Yeah. You're
Check
on-
the
that was
real
the
quick.
last
Holding
time
live,
you
you
buy
know?
shit
Yo,
for a while, bro.
Get your
Bro, you know what I
parts
did
now.
see? You know what I did see is Pyroflip is going to start doing the Armatan warranty, so you don't have to ship your shit to China.
Oh,
You
that's
can ship
great.
it straight to Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get that shit now. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah,
I've
I
only
mean, like
used-
that's the thing. Everything's unfolding live, so
Oh,
it might be
shit.
okay today, but tomorrow, who's to say?
Look at
Yeah.
that thing, Chad.
I'm
No,
trying to
it's
get
gonna
this thing
ramp
up
up for like
in the air,
40
man.
days.
I want to get this in the air by this weekend.
That looks fun, dude.
It's
I
gonna
want to
be
build
insane.
Damn.
What is that, 8?
quad.
Nah, this is a 10.
10?
Yeah, this frame
Fuck.
this frame should weigh about 750 all built up, and then I'll put about, I don't know, probably close to 500 in packs on it, maybe a little bit more. Actually, a little more. Closer to 700 probably in packs.
Dude,
It'll
that's
probably
like
be
the
about
weight of a
1700.
fucking normal
You
quad.
should call that
Yeah.
quad the Tiny Dancer.
Bro, dude, 3115s, 1050 on 6.
No, he
or
needs to
it's gonna
call
be
it
on
the
8S.
Dirty Dancer, dude.
8S.
That's the
It-
dream
it will
catcher,
dance
man.
pretty
That's the
dirty.
Yeah.
dream catcher.
It is a dream catcher.
Yeah, on 8S it should scream. So I'm trying to get it up and running so I can maiden this weekend. I've been slacking, but now I
Dude,
have all
that's
this
like a
fucking
fucking
time.
Dude, you can make that into a drag quad if you like KV the fucking motors right, dude.
Well, these are 1050s on swinging 10-inch props on 8S should be pretty
Oh
dark.
yeah, dude. Dude, easy 120, bro.
It doesn't weigh. It's not gonna weigh anything. It's gonna be about 1500 tops all up with 2 packs with 2 2200s.
That's gonna be wild.
That's
Yeah.
knucking butts.
Yeah, it is. It is nuts.
Can even go like 2 1800s if we want to go super light.
I got
you
an
know,
8-inch
I'm in
moving
love.
scanner that I still need to build.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm all about macros right now. I'm running 2600 on my other two, so that's like my sweet spot for a single 6S. I was running 2200s, but they didn't have quite enough juice, so I stepped up to those GNB 2600s, and they're fucking fire. And
Oh,
that's
that's
what
26.
that's what I'm running on the
How much do
nasty.
the props on that thing cost?
Well, these bi blades are 32 a set,
Ugh.
but I don't break them that
Ew.
often.
Zoro almost choked on that one.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's an $8 bi blade right there. But yeah, there's nothing like this, man. I tell you what, if I fly the 10s first and then fly my 5s, I'm just like, fuck. This is not that exciting because it's just like
And I'm
it's
over
like-
here getting fucking bags full
So,
of props for
essentially-
free from Ada and fucking Jong.
Mm.
10 inches are kind of like moving from flour to dabs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It just
Yeah.
it's
She
just like when
whipped
I
out
hit
my big
when I hit
cannon.
the throttle on this shit, it's fucking gone. Like there's no feeling of lack of power. But when I get after flying this and then getting on a 5, if the 5 inches in any way like kind of feels heavy or something, to me it will feel real soggy in terms of throttle response. It just it takes a minute because like it's just not near
Well,
the
the prop fucking like coverage of that fucking fucker is just like humongous. So it's like, you know, more than you know, fucking. Well, each
Bro.
prop is like 5 times the body size.
Bro, when you're in the goggles, it makes
that
it
disc
feel.
percentage that they call it.
it makes it feel what?
It just makes you feel like, I don't know, like your balls drop, bro. Like it makes you feel like you're falling. I don't know how to explain it because he drives through like space and time so fast
Yeah,
that you
it's
don't expect it in the goggles because you're accustomed to like, you know, a little toothpick ripping through space, you know, through the air, or a 5-inch at like max. But then when you go to like these macros and you get in the goggles, you're like, holy shit, he's covering ground.
yeah, it's like a throttle blip puts you on the other side of the park.
Yeah.
Like it's just like wow.
But it seems to me like with like 6 or 7-inch, like it feels a little more sluggish on the like maneuvering, right? Like it's not quite as quick.
No, yeah.
Nah, it's harder to translate high rates because the physics are so much greater,
Right.
the mass movement and everything. But like this latest firmware I'm running right now, actually, man, I was getting really good response at and I had my rates up to 1,000s, and I was getting really good response. Like I tried to get my 10 to fly as snappy as a 5, and same rates and everything, and it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah,
it's pretty close. It's just on a more epic
I used
scale.
to fly 6-inch a lot.
I love 6-inch. 6-inch is a great
Yeah, I used to fly 6-inch a lot, and it's fucking dude. Because like down low, you got all that grip because you got all that disc space. You know what I mean? You don't have that lag when you go to like go around a corner. Or you come out of a dive to pull out. It just
that
sticks
torquey
right
nut.
there. And the other thing is that I kind of figured out when you go to bigger props, like those are HQs too, aren't they?
I think
Jump
so.
fans.
Yeah, I think they're gems actually. Yeah,
they're gem fans. I can see the little hooks on the end. The have you ever grabbed like a bicycle tire and grabbed it by the axle and tried to spin it, you know, and then hang on to it?
Yeah.
Right.
And you get that centrifugal force.
Yeah.
So as you expand that disc space as to like a 6-inch, 7-inch, whatever, you get so much more stability.
Oh, interesting.
Because of that centrifugal force.
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean the macros.
And like he's saying, you get so much more grip down low. Like when you go around a tree or do a maneuver, or even like when you do a fucking power loop and you want to hang, you got so much more disc space fighting the air. You can get some rip and hang time. You know?
And I love the way they sound, like bigger quad, like 6 and up. It sounds like a fucking Harley Davidson, dude. I love the way the way the props sound, like dude, it's so
grunty.
Yeah, so sick.
Yeah, I mean, when prop selection on a 10-inch makes a big difference in sound and the way it handles, for sure. But the big quads, I don't know. The thing I like about macro quad, anyways, these frames, like the BQE 10-inch, the Nasty I'm flying, the one I'm building, these frames are all purpose built to be a 10-inch. Whereas there's been a lot of like modified stuff in like X class. You know, you use tube arms and cut them to whatever length you want. You know, but that doesn't really make a purpose-built quad. When you have a carbon plate quad that somebody designed to be that class, it just feels like everything's just proportionally bigger and stronger and everything. You know, it's not just like a X class where you just have tube arms and now it's 6 feet wide, but you know, it's and of course they're running low KV and bigger motors on an X class, but it doesn't proportionally, it's not the same. It's like with the, you know, my 5s, I'm running like 1150 milliamp packs on it. My 10s, I was running 22s, or maybe I'm running about 1300 on my 5-inch. I'm running 2600 on my 10-inch. It's proportionally double.
Scaling up, but you're scaling it like to the T. Though he's scaling it with the motors to the frame to everything. Where it's not, you're not compensating anywhere. You know, you're not, you know, man. So it's I feel like when it gets even larger to the point where we're going to be able to get in them one day, I feel like it's still going to be the same thing because we know what works.
Right.
There's no reason to change, in a sense, the formula. It's just awesome. You just got to get bigger. and it's
See,
still gonna be a little flight
I
controller
think-
doing the same shit.
This
I think
summer I'm gonna
G-forces will fuck us up, and that's why we need to invent the alien grade technology so we can have our consciousness transmitted into their bodies and have them in the fucking quads and have them do the flippy doos and the flippy
Like,
flops.
we'll be the drone, like, but you know,
Oh yeah,
connected one to one, and it's
put it
there.
in there.
That's how
I want you
Marshall
guys
felt
to
when
take
he was
note.
in
Take note. I am actually working right now. Paying bills. So I do work.
Wait,
Prove it.
What's up, Waxfire?
Proven.
We
Wow.
got Wax in the chat.
Wax?
Miss Wax.
Wax, look how many weeks, bro. Look how many weeks. It's still good.
Yeah. You keeping it clean?
And I got a message from Legs earlier. His leg is still holding also.
Nice.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that stuff is very
Killing it.
Yo, so how's your Canadian lockdown? How's that going?
We're not officially in a lockdown.
well. The border is in
Oh
lockdown.
wait, Toronto is.
No, the border's in lockdown.
Yeah, but Toronto's also closed.
Toronto's closed. Part of Hamilton's
Mm.
closed.
Mm.
Ottawa.
All the bars are closed.
all for St. Patty.
Yeah.
Wow.
How to screw a bunch of Irish?
Are the poutine shops open?
Oh yeah,
No.
you get poutine delivery.
No.
What?
Oh no,
What?
not the poutine. What?
No.
Most restaurant, the only restaurants that are open are the ones with drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh
You
no.
only get to if you have a car. So if
Yeah.
you walk, that's SOL.
No way.
No, they say sorry, but you're
Oh,
not
that's an
coming.
interesting arm there.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Most of the stores are empty, pretty much, at least around here. Like there's still some stuff,
Yeah.
but like most good commodities, stuff that will last you a while. Yeah, good luck finding it.
Toilet paper's still out. Lysol
Are
wipes.
there
Anything
Sour
with
Patch
Purell or
Kids and
Lysol.
Swedish Fish?
We have lots of those.
Okay,
Okay.
you're good.
You're all set.
Yeah.
You use them for toilet paper. You use them for sanitizer.
Well,
Wait a minute.
our bug out stuff is pretty much all set up. So
Wait, you use Swedish berries to wipe your butt?
Yeah.
What else would you
Use
use?
a Swedish berry.
Yeah. What
What's
is
a
this?
shitty
What is
berry?
a Swedish berry?
That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
A Swedish berry.
Shit.
Like they're like this big, red, juicy, so good.
Yeah, you're not gonna use one.
So-
You're gonna use a handful.
What?
Yep. You put them in the
Until
corner,
Doro
they
gets his
ferment,
hand
and
on
then
the
you got hand
berry.
sanitizer.
Does your butt cheek turn like red?
Of course.
Okay.
It could if you let it melt.
Yeah.
You gotta
Who
pinch
wants
it in
that?
there.
Then you got sticky cheeks.
yeah, and you don't want dead bug juice all over you.
No sticky cheeks.
Fall
Okay.
asleep, you got a line of
Dude,
ants.
sticky cheeks up.
Yeah,
Nothing worse than
sticky
berry
red
butt.
cheeks.
Oh, it's so very good.
It's so good.
Ah.
So funny. So funny.
Thank
Well-
you. I'm here until he ends the chat.
Oh yeah.
Might be
Ian.
ending soon on that note.
She's very punny, so
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
Ian.
well,
What's
today.
up?
Hey, if I pay you big cash fucking toilet paper money, would you make me one of those sweet fucking GoPro Max mounts that go in the front of the quad like this way? Like here's the arms, and here I'm just I'm not gonna go through that.
Oh, can you do it?
I need that, Ian. Give me
Yeah,
that.
I think I can make it. What frame though?
Any frame, my frame, I don't care. A fucking frame. We need that shit. That.
Do What it. do
I'll just get you like
Now,
3D,
watch out, you're getting
3D
sneaked
printed
up
like
on,
corner
Zoro.
bumpers.
Doro, she's sneaking up on you.
Who is?
Doodle.
Make it Sophie.
Oh, I know. Oh, she is. Yeah, thanks. She's-
So
Thanks.
toilet paper is currency now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you talking like sheets, like one square?
There's an
to
exchange.
Okay,
payment?
here.
There's an
Or like
exchange
the
rate.
whole roll.
All right.
There's an exchange rate. Like people in
As
Canada do
everything
a lot more.
devolves,
3D print a little butt squeegee.
Oh my
Oh,
God, that's
a butt
amazing.
scraper.
Oh,
Butt
The
squeegee?
butt squeegee, dude.
Yeah.
TPU butt
Fuck.
squeegees.
Oh my God. What do
You
you guys think
donate,
of the butt squeegee?
You
donate
put
it
it
to the
in like
hospital.
a
I
couple
didn't make,
of-
I didn't make
Wait, wait.
valves, but
What exactly does a butt squeegee look like?
3 clamps.
Squeegee.
3
They
clamps.
can't have any
3
sharp edges. That's rule number one.
Okay, okay. So what
Let's
can
get
I
on
get
this.
for this?
That's 25
It's
cents.
Whoa.
3-ply Charmin extra strong.
Is that angel soft? Cause my bum's like an angel's.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
3
A little
ply.
cherub.
Oh yeah.
it's 3-ply.
It doesn't mean it's
Knock is
soft.
a cherub.
It's still together.
There it is.
It's like commercials. She like wipes a mess off the counter and like it's still like fucking
See, I'm a millionaire now.
damn.
Damn, a whole
Big
roll.
ballin'.
I like that stuff that's like pre-dusted with like the baby lotion or whatever that like leaves a residue on it.
Pre-dusted.
Oh no, I like to take mine and put sparkles all over it so I can have a glittery tush.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
saying
Go
like
big or
if
go
we
home.
had a scraper the shape of 2 cheeks, right? So it's like that, and then you come in, you just kind of plow in one direction and then the other, and you're good.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you come
What
home
kind of
with glitter.
shitty conversation are
Reverse
we
heart
doing?
shape.
Wait,
So it
what do you
goes
mean
right
by
in between
plow?
the crack.
It's
just-
a,
And you called her punny.
what do you mean by plow though? It's a squeegee. You can't plow it.
No,
You
I'm
gotta
saying
scrape
no.
it.
I'm saying I'm switching over and I'm doing a cheek plow.
You gotta
Oh.
design the 3 seashells.
Yeah,
A cheek plow.
TPU 3 seashells.
That's what I'm talking about.
Have you,
Yeah, if it's
you've
TPU,
seen the butt,
it's
the
gonna
butt
get in the
shovel like
cracks
thing,
easier.
right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could totally make this
Why
happen.
don't you guys make a
Yeah.
It's gotta
shower
be the
head
3
holder for
seashells.
toilet seat?
Okay, can we make a tube that goes from your butthole on the outside of your butt, so then you're not even hitting the cheeks at all? It just goes straight out to the thing, and then you shake it out.
I
You
think you
shake
need a little.
it out.
No, that's it. What you do is you pull
Oh,
the toilet paper
no.
roll.
Is that called a
the
colostomy
paper towel
bag?
roll out, or the toilet paper
It's
roll
like a
out.
colostomy bag.
So make a hook so on one side you
Wait,
can put
okay.
your shower head to clamp to your toilet seat, and then the other side do your hair dryer so you can air dry.
Ah, I like that.
There
I want
you
to be
go.
mobile though.
Hair
I want to
dry.
be. I want to be able to have the
On
tube go out
wheels.
my pant leg, and I can walk. You can just right out.
Freaking battery power.
Yo,
it. That's,
all right.
Plug it in, plug it in.
That's why the
Put
super
a
secret
clap on like
method
a
is you use a cat, and then the cats clean themselves and they're ready for later.
Oh man.
I'm not
Oh
looking
man.
at that.
Oh man.
they
No.
roll around in
So
your bed in
fucking-
the meantime.
Dude, they'd be coughing up
Damn, I
mad
didn't think
hairballs.
this out.
How about some like sticker pads that you can put?
Oh, here we go.
Look, sticker. All right.
Yes.
You
Oh,
What-
Sticker bomb
Kanoki
your
butt
ass crack.
pads. Yo, Kanoki
another
butt
one.
pads.
when you're done, you pull them off,
pads.
and throw them away.
It's a milky butt pad.
here you go. Here's
What if
your
you design
That's
it
what
so
it
it
sounds
was-
like.
You could design it so it had like a sprinkler head thing on it,
Yeah.
or like
No,
went on a
yo.
squirt jug.
It
Yes.
it pulls the
So
poop
you can
off
stir it
and
up
all the
like
blackheads.
water bottle.
Kanoki
you
butt
go.
pads.
Here
So
you go,
many
guys.
ideas
Right
when it
here.
comes to poop shit.
Yeah. You could just run a hose through like a toilet bowl cleaner. So you can just
Shit
like
show.
that-
That's what it is.
spray and scrape.
The bidet.
Thing's gonna
This
get
is the
crazy.
bidet. Look at the bidet.
The
Yeah,
bidet.
but I want
Yeah.
Look,
I
A
want it
3D
bristled.
printed
oh,
bidet.
shit. She even did a YouTube. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's Crocodile Dundee shit.
Oh my god.
She's got peanut butter, bro. Holy shit. What does she do?
Hold on, what's going on over here?
Is your asshole a
Oh.
fucking
This is the
an
asshole.
apple?
Oh, whoa! That is a whoa. That is a really.
That's a
peanut buttery
messy
asshole.
duty. Yeah, it's a messy
Yeah.
duty.
Follow me for more
Ate
recipes.
tacos the day before.
Yo, baby, show me your apple.
Yeah,
hole.
she got that peanut butter in there, bro.
This is-
I want to
is-
see that apple now.
Yo, this is Thingiverse, bro. What does
Yeah.
Thingiverse
Yeah.
come to?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They're
I
putting
don't
her
have-
bare
Blow
feet
it
all
up.
over that toilet seat.
I
Blow
don't
it
have
up,
the
dude.
ability to do this
Here, hold on.
Thingiverse
Full
thing
screen.
anymore.
Here we go.
Full screen that
Everybody's
shit.
like,
What? See?
Enhanced
There you
jet.
go.
Yo, but look at all the fucking extra spray.
Oh my god,
Look,
bro.
see, no toilet
Good thing
paper.
there's no water shortage. Like
Then
fuck.
just spray your hand off, and you're good.
What is that? A
Just
douche?
wash your hands.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
douche.
it's basic. It's
It's a
basically
3D
douche
printed
water.
bidet.
Look at that extra long neck to it too.
Get that
What
You
ring.
gotta get it up in there.
Oh yeah, and you
Oh,
just gotta
rub it
towel it
down.
off.
Shiny apple.
And then
She's
she's gonna
like-
eat it.
I fucking hate peanut butter, and I use this thing to get peanut butter off everything I eat. If they put peanut butter on it, I just take it off with the fucking butt one.
I
And
wonder, did she use some chunky at least?
Bro, imagine all the
Oh yeah,
Dude,
we should
imagine-
write her. Let's write her a comment, dude. We want you to repeat this only with Chunky.
Yeah,
man. Like you just get one of those.
Please have that ready
press
by
those
next
chunks
Need
Tuesday.
a better
Where's
real
the
world
data?
test here.
where's the data?
yeah.
one of those
Some
Data.
pieces of corn in there.
yeah, she used the creamy stuff. It's
Yeah,
like
dude.
it's gonna fall right off.
We'll
Yeah.
protest
piece of
if we
corn
don't
with
get
the
the
hole.
data.
fingers, man.
But
So
anyways,
when you guys are
also-
talking, it's like you guys are dubbing her.
You two can print your own.
Oh my god. Look at how many she did.
She printed a shit ton.
Dude, apples
How many
are covered in
asses she's gonna
Yo,
clean?
wait,
What-
better
what
than
else is-
toilet paper.
what else
I
is
have
in
one
that?
for my
Okay.
toes, one for my teeth.
apples
That
are
red
like
one kinda
sprayed
looks
in
like a
wax.
There's toilet paper tubes.
A
Wanna see those?
penis-shaped fucking bidet.
I mean, I guess
Baudet.
Yes.
it's cool because, like, right? Do you want to keep going to the store and buying that wand for your butthole? No, you want to print it in your home privately.
You just need to print a shit ton.
Yeah.
Want that
Dude, you
STL
can just
file.
get one of those
Oh,
fucking
look.
glass washers that you stuff down in the glass to clean them out and put it on a cordless drill. Fucking good to go.
Water shit.
Yeah. What about a just a 3D toothbrush?
Whoa.
Yeah.
A 3D toothbrush.
Zorro.
So you're
I'm
gonna
saying, like,
shake it off?
I imagine it
Zorro.
looks like a hat, and it just spins.
Let's fly tomorrow.
Let's do it. I'm good to go. I'm ready right now.
Yo, you guys
Are you
stay
really?
6 feet apart.
Yeah, I have
All
all
right.
the
Can I come?
batteries. No.
All right.
I mean, yes, Dragoneers, yes, you can.
I get off work at 3 now.
Well,
Oh.
let's do it. But we can't stand next to each other, dude.
Okay.
And no hugging and fucking the European
Yo.
double kiss.
Will
And
you
we
guys
can't be on the
do
same
me a
channel
favor?
again either.
Can you
Don't touch
bring?
my
Time, I'm
prop.
like, okay, I know you're European, Ian.
Can you bring?
Sanitize your hands before you
And you're
touch my
Greek.
prop.
That's European, you big white
You Greek
monkey.
European.
You big white monkey. That's what
We banned
Oh.
we banned the European travel.
white monkey.
Ian's
Get
all
him. He
tin.
just flew in. He just flew in. Look at how Greek he is.
Look how tall he is. Hogging up all the
Ian's all tin.
airspace.
Look at that guy.
Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, for real, if you want to go fly tomorrow, hit me up, dude. For real. I'm dying to go fly, dude.
I'm gonna bring all my chargers and stuff right now.
Do it. Yeah. Boys, it's going to be good.
You won't.
You won't.
You won't.
You won't.
Oh.
You won't, Ian.
You won't.
Watch, now he's going to be like, oh, I can't find my batteries, dude. I left them at my work. And my boss said I can't get them back. Some bullshit.
The thing is, like, we got to the point where now all bullshit's fine. Like, you're gonna have to deal with all the bullshit.
Gonna be hella shicey to each other.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, dude.
Dude, all right.
Couldn't make
How
it,
many days you gonna go without,
This is really
like,
shitty.
you know, without the toilet paper before you start looking at your neighbors like they're
Bro,
a little bit weak?
toilet paper. I could go without toilet paper for the rest of my life.
Me
All
too.
right.
If it came
You
down to
can
that.
go in the shower and take
Go in
the
the shower.
shower.
Yeah.
Real quick.
That's it. You're fine.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Dragoneers.
Been
Oh, thank
doing
you.
that for
you
years.
should actually be
No, I'm
taking
just kidding.
more than one shower a day anyway. I mean, if you want to fucking keep the germs off you and shit,
Yeah.
promote the healthy bacteria on your body. I take 2 showers. I get up in the morning, I work out, take a shower. When I get home from work and I'm all filthy, I take a shower again.
Yeah. Me
All
too.
right.
I do the same
Sometimes I
thing.
take
We need
3.
strategies
A
that we
dog
can
rolls on a
tell to
fucking
bot
dead fish
grinder,
when I take it
man.
to the park and I stop and eat.
No.
Collect leaves.
Okay, so we don't. If you mess up, I've seen my grinder take a shower. Oh, I haven't watched him.
Woo! Been hot in here.
I've seen him right
Damn.
after a
Go
shower.
into the shower cam?
Look, you just have to be careful. He has a very delicate eco structure going in his body. If you start showering bot grinder a lot, he's gonna fucking die. So go slow. Take steps. Let him build up his own ecosystem. Because if you fuck it up,
Got some
His
immunity.
own
You wash
tolerance.
yours back.
Yo.
You'll wash yours.
or
Listen,
yeah, whatever.
folks. He just
Yeah,
needs
that
the
loofah will kill him.
probiotics. He just needs the probiotics.
Oh,
Oh no, the soap.
The
Uh-oh, you
loofah's gonna kill him.
Damn.
dude, where are my
Somebody should
batteries?
probably clip Skadoosh dropping the soap.
Oh, what's that? Ian? You can't find your batteries. Here
No,
we
I
go.
scattered them everywhere. No, I'm
we
getting
go.
it all together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I'm getting her.
I'm
What the
almost
hell?
done juicing too. Fuck.
Do it.
So are you guys all stuck in your houses?
No,
Mm-mm.
They're having me go to work
They just
still.
don't want us out.
I'm
We're
still going to
smoking.
work. We have classrooms
I'm
at my
at
work.
No
Dude, they
way.
had
I'm at work
they
right
had,
now.
they had classrooms at my work with like 30 people at least, and like they're still running. I'm like, everything's normal.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta
School-
find a new job because my
schools are
company's
closed.
dead.
Yeah,
Dead in the
like
water.
School is closed, but it's spring break anyways right now. So like, they're just probably gonna extend spring break after
Ours
this.
did.
Like they're saying till April 20th here. Schools will be closed.
Dude,
pretty
that's so
much
crazy.
something like that. Yeah, mid-April.
Actually, some are talking that it's going to go until September.
What did it
All
take?
the way through.
Yeah.
Skadoosh, when did this all start? Like, did you notice it in November or after that?
Well, they didn't fucking tell us shit until like January.
Yeah.
But now they're saying the cases date back all the way to fucking like November. Beginning
Dude,
of December.
I'm really wondering if I got it in. Because I was really sick in, I think December.
Mm.
No, it was like the end of December. I got really sick. So I'm wondering if
I was
like people
actually
have
in
already gotten
Thailand
it.
when the shit broke out.
Yeah,
What's
that
that?
shit that we got.
Yeah. We were just basically incubating it and start spraying it.
Dude, the protest was like there was so much shit going around and nobody fucking knew it. We're all slobbing on each other's pipes.
Yeah, and how did I'm curious? I mean, it would be horrible, obviously, but for us to all gather like that, and I don't think anyone's gotten coronavirus. From
No?
That's kind of crazy.
No, we've been good.
Dude, that's such a long timeline.
Yet.
Well,
No,
the thing
Yes.
is, like, no one got
You've been in contact with
coronavirus
someone
so
who has
bad you
been
had to
diagnosed
go
with
get
corona in the
something
past
done with it.
14 days.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I think-
the thing too. Is like people aren't going to go to the hospital or nothing or get tested if you don't have symptoms. So
And you shouldn't.
Okay, so one of the symptoms, one of the tests, if you can hold your breath for 10 seconds without
That's just a
coughing,
Facebook.
passing
I can't
out,
even-
or like
I can't even
Oh,
do that normally. No, I'm just kidding.
I can do
Here,
that
take
with
another
fucking.
hit of the vape, bud.
I can
Yeah,
do that.
this dude's gonna pass out.
I can do
that.
that with
I
DMT.
know.
without
good.
coughing after.
lungs.
Yeah, if you could hold DMT for 10 seconds.
You won't even
Everybody
know what's
has-
happening.
There's a test.
You also have like a really, really dry throat
Yeah.
and a sore mouth for like 3 to 4 days.
Machine elves know the solution.
Yes.
People were talking about it comes in waves. They were saying like you get sick and you think you got over it and then it comes back.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Or
what happened.
something closer like strep throat.
Yeah,
Or something
strep
like that.
throat, pneumonia symptoms,
Oh.
kind of thing.
I also heard that it also attacks male reproductive thing where you're like no you don't become sterile, but there it is, Kadoosh. If you guys didn't know what male junk looked like, look at
Wait.
Through the pants.
and I've always thought that being sterile would be fucking awesome anyways, but I'm just saying that's one of the positives of this whole virus. It can hit your junk and then you're shooting
The
blanks.
people here that caught it were saying it was like they had 1/4 of the lung capacity. It was like trying to breathe through a freaking paper bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. And it sucks that you don't recover from that. That's the like you're damaging your lungs to where they don't come back. That's the scary shit.
Yeah, that's pneumonia for that's what we'll actually do. You're
Yeah, that's
basically breaking all the cells of your lungs with water.
Can Gearhead print us some lungs?
Yeah, it doesn't go in your body. This fucking virus attacks your lungs and your respiratory system. It's not like the flu where you feel it all over your body. This jumps in your fucking breathing. In the old fucking windpipe.
Yep.
And your dick pipe.
Well,
if
it?
you
There's
breathe
certain
through it,
places that are
maybe.
like, what is it?
You breathe through.
Italy, if you're past 80, they don't give you any help anymore?
Yeah.
Well, in the overwhelmed countries, I think that's what's going on.
No. Italy was one of the first ones. If you're past 80,
If you're over the age
and
of
you have
80,
more than five,
If you're vegan, no.
no, if you have
No,
five,
but yeah,
five medical issues, like if you have more than 5 medical issues, they will not give you a health
treatment.
Well,
Yeah,
good. Like, why would the fuck would you want to live any more past that, having all those issues? Like, I would be like, fucking keep put me down, please.
Population control.
Like, yeah. Like, I want out. Game over. I quit. Like, I don't.
Game over.
I don't want to live fucking another 10 years in misery. Take me out. Yep. Put me down.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah,
You have
you're
technology,
gonna face
right?
it up. It's a break.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good to go. I got everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ian,
listen,
tomorrow, buddy.
Listen here,
Don't let me
Doc. I
down.
don't want to be a fucking endless burden on my family. Let's just end this shit right fucking now. You got me, bro?
Damn.
Exactly.
Me and you right here, just between us, man.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. We'll have a pact.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Let me
Why
tell
don't
you
you
something.
shoot
If you're afraid to die, you're gonna have a fucking shitty life.
Exactly. I fully agree.
'Cause it's coming. Don't think it ain't.
Yep.
Yo, did you guys see
Born to die, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, Watchmaker Lamb, the guy that made the Sparrow Knight frame way back in the day, he made a fucking 3D printable mast system.
Oh,
shit!
That's great.
3D printed mask.
I want that.
It looks
even-
like
No,
there's
it's
a
actually he's really well.
maxi
Like I've been
pad on
watching
the
him.
front.
I watched him design it. And he like.
If
he
you
did a-
turn it upside down, then you have DJI goggles.
Those are included, yeah. But yeah, you
What
can
do you
3D.
use for? What do you use for a filter?
Fucking
I
Like
don't.
those
what
pipe
did he use?
screens,
coffee.
the metal
You do
ones.
coffee.
Changeable filter with standard surgery masks. Let's see. 3M 6000 filters.
I've seen this.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I've
dope,
seen
dude.
this. Yeah.
they're good for bio.
Yeah, he did. He developed. He designed that Sparrow Knight frame that when it was all curved carbon back in the day, like I don't know, 4 years ago at least. You guys ever see that one?
Oh, it was like one piece. It was like a monocoque, like one piece. I remember.
Yo, do you
Nerd
guys
talk.
think there's like not any other fucking
No.
thing that could
Skadoosh has got one of these. Don't you have one of these Skadoosh?
I was thinking of that one, the tit. No. I was thinking of the one that Skadoosh has got, the tit.
The
The one
tit?
that's one piece. It's a tit. It's fucking hot.
I think
It's
Skadoosh has
one
got
tit.
this
It's a
too.
fully, bro. It's a
This is-
fully.
It's a fully.
Fully,
Not a
bro.
semi. It's a fully.
Fully, man.
Yeah.
Fully,
This
man.
is a sick ass frame, dude. I fucking love
Oh, there's a fully right there.
There's a
Oh, we're
Are you talking
monetized,
about
band?
the core?
Mama.
Yes.
Oh, a core? I have a core too.
Yes.
I have
Zora-
like 6 of those. They used
Zora's
to
like
sponsor
leaking.
me.
Oh no.
Used to rip on those
box
all
of
day
those
long.
things
That's the
sitting
one I was remembering. Chad is talking about something different though. There. Is that the core?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There it is.
I remember.
Oh yeah. Well, go
I
ahead.
think it's got a Rampage sticker on it because it went to Rampage.
Wow.
Yeah. Rampage.
We're
My
past
main
our
I got a
car
bunch
still
of
has
those.
a
They used to
Rampage
sponsor
sticker.
my they used to sponsor my race frames. They're a fucking pain in the ass to build though when you crash them. I think I still got like 6 of them. But that dude Chris, I think they're out of business now.
Wow, dude.
That dude Chris that used to fucking make those frames, like I went down to their factory and shit, like 3 cities down for me. He they made some kind of new frame,
Mhm.
and this was a couple years ago before they went out of business. And I posted up. I'm like, well, when do the fucking Team Pilots get the new fucking killer frame? And this fucking dude puts on there now. Granted, FURC came to me to race their frames here in China. This dude goes on fucking Facebook and says, you're not really a Team Pilot. You're just a fanboy of our frames. This is the motherfucker that came. What? Yeah, I took all his videos off my YouTube, deleted his fucking phone number, threw all the frames they gave me in a box, and that was it.
Give him some
Bro,
coronavirus.
I don't fucking need your free frame. I got a fucking factory. I can fucking buy a frame. Trust me.
What happened with the frame that you designed?
You know what? First of all, there's like no money in frames, and not that I cared about making any money anyway. But like, there's so many frames out there, and I got some over here in the box, as a matter of fact. The thing, back when I designed that frame, it was like before it started splitting up and things started getting all fucking hairy and douchebaggy like they are now. So it was like right around that era when everybody started like ragging on each other. I was like, you know what? It ain't fucking worth it. I don't want people messaging me going fucking.
Well said.
These robot.
Mad about the frame. It just wasn't fucking worth it.
All right, we should download and remix the printed 3D mask.
Yeah, let's remix that mask.
You should.
With some cool shit.
Legs wants
You do it.
the
I will.
link. Somebody.
I will
post
wear
the
it.
link.
We're gonna
I'll
make
print it and wear
masks
it.
so
Looking at it
fucking
right now
cool.
already.
UFDA crew's all gonna get masked up.
They gotta have some horns or something.
Can we
Yeah.
get a mask for your butt so it will help us not use toilet paper?
Yeah. No, the mask will come with a
poop
butt
shooter?
shovel.
Squeegee. It's a butt squeegee.
Squeegee.
Squeech.
I'm like a little more utilitarian in my nature.
Right.
The butt plow.
The
Yeah.
little button to spray water.
So, butt squeegees.
You just need the bidet. Yo, everybody's gonna be printing that fucking bidet model. Watch in about 45 days. Everybody's gonna be like, "Fuck."
Right?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Wait,
Be like,
wait.
yo, bro,
no,
you
no,
got the
no.
wand?
You do the butt squeegee with a little button on it, so you can also do a bidet squeege.
It's
Oh, it has spray.
Oh.
And,
Yeah, because
I
then
like
if you
that.
squeeze it and it's
That
not
works.
in bidet mode, it'll just like wash out the sponge.
Yeah.
And
And
then
you
you'll
can
just
have
have
hand
a
sanitizer on the other side.
Squeegee, whereas you
Ladies
can
and
have a watered
gentlemen,
down.
Yo, we need those.
So if
Thanks,
anybody
dude.
makes money off this shit, she had the idea.
Hey, bud,
call
thanks for
her.
coming.
I'm thinking of cars and windshield wipers.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, can we just do windshield wipers? Just go full force.
It's like just straight. It's like a belt, and it goes off.
Get the
back of
little
your
ones
head.
off of the sunglasses or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
Yeah.
The video of the hippo where it's pooping and his tail is going and all the poop's flying everywhere.
God damn it.
Like, oh.
I'm killing it, boys.
Color.
We've gone over 2
Kill
hours.
it. Woo!
I love you, fucks. Thanks for coming. Stay safe from the Rona.
Wait. So you just gotta put this on the bidet, and then you can just
Yes.
butt squeegee.
That's it.
Wait,
Coronavirus.
it is a
It's a
coronavirus, though. What
Just
the
use
fuck,
the
man?
coronavirus.
You exposed us all.
That's marketing. That's good marketing.
Exposed us all.